everybody, and welcome! My name is HUZZAH, and this is my grand Christmas special. Simply put, it is the biggest Christmas special I have ever filmed on this channel. This game was absolutely enormous. This is a Deity map with 26 people, and we are playing true start location starting in Lapland. Yep, that's right, Lapland. This was one of the hardest true start location starts I have ever played on this channel. Honestly, it was so difficult, I actually spawned a challenge from it. So, get yourselves comfortable, eat all that cake and pudding, pull the crackers and drink the wine. This is the origin story of Evil Santa. Let's begin. Turn 1 and we are in Lapland, which you can tell because Lapland is very much on the edge of this map and it looks like we can fall into the star constellations if we go any more in this direction. Oh yeah. Luckily for us, our love and interest in Christmas puddings has given me 3 sources of Christmas spices, which I tell you what, for a tundra start is incredibly useful because it gives not only production, but more importantly, food. Now, this is a little glimpse behind the scenes, as I might have mentioned in the intro. This is my something like 6th attempt at this start, and I've changed it ever so slightly. We're playing Santa Claus of the North Pole. We'll go through these abilities as they become relevant in the game, but just know he's quite a strong leader once he gets rocking and rolling. There's Governor. Overhaul gives us some options. This is another look at the governors that replace the usual bunch with Civ 5-esque specialists that apply to your entire empire. We've used it on the channel quite a bit. We're going to try and use a couple of options that we don't really use too often, but it's an amazing mod and I would recommend you use it if you haven't done before. Why is this start ever so slightly different? Well, I've used Deity++, the wonderful difficulty mod, to stop the AI from having so many starting warriors and settlers. Why? Because it was impossible. The Rangian Norway is just there. Sweden is just there. What happened is Sweden builds galleys and kills you. Norway builds warriors and kills you. Both of them make settlers, and what they do is they form a lovely line of settlements, a little bit like a banana, a Christmas banana that blocks you in and stops you from doing anything. You physically cannot leave the area. And then you die. In fact, the start was so difficult, and I believe so impossible, that this is a call. I am putting that save file, the original save file, on my Discord, and there is a huge glut of Christmas experience points that you can claim on the Discord server and the elusive rank of Extraordinaire if you can win the game using that save. It is that difficult. I don't believe anyone will do it. That is my Christmas challenge to you. Ho, ho, ho. Well, I certainly gave up on it. I enabled Barb clans and heroes and legends, and as I say, I've just given the AI stronger late game bonuses and less strong early game bonuses to try and give me at least a chance, but this is still going to be incredibly difficult. We're putting this off though. Turn 1, Caesar settle in place on a TSL start. It's actually also a really good place to settle. I do lose 1 production from losing the forest, but the 3 food underneath the North Pole is incredibly useful. We're going to immediately work this 3-2 tile. We have another 3-1 tile available, so 2 pop is really good, and then we worry about it after that point. It's going to be a bunch of tribal villages around. I will attempt to make a scout or 2 just to see if we can get out, but we want to also make sure we get some heroes. So I do want to get a monument fairly quickly. There's a lot of early game things we want to rush. This is a, what was this, 24 player? No, I can't count. 26 player game, which means I have a mod that basically makes the Pantheon choice unlimited. Anyone can pick any Pantheon they want. You have to run a mod like that when you're playing with more than 20 people. Otherwise you get soft locked and it's really, really annoying. So I'm not going to rush a Pantheon. I don't think I'm going to go for a religion today. What I think I'm going to do is wait for either Norway or Sweden to make one, which they reliably do, and then I'm going to steal it. This is Santa Claus's evil origin. This is, you know, the Futurama Santa Claus that goes to Uranus and then every year unleashes devastation on his naughty list, which is absolutely everything. This is how that Santa was created. That's the sort of vibe we're going going for this game. I just wanted to make that abundantly clear. This is going to be a nasty game. I'm going to open with pottery because it gives us the option of going irrigation quickly if I want to trade those spices away. Otherwise, what I'm hoping is that we find a good source of gold soon. We get the monuments up nice and quickly. And as you can see, there are dyes over there. That's interesting because this version of Santa wants everybody else to die. That's just how it is. 40 gold. Nice. Not a bad tribal village, that one. I'd take a trade route, maybe. Governor title. You know what? I forget. I've been messing around with tribal villages so much recently with multiplayer and BBG. I forget what tribal village things are actually in the base game. Okay, that's the second population. And as you can see, here is Norway. I'm going to go and meet Norway so I can find where they are, but they don't necessarily find where I am. Now, they will come and rush me eventually. It is an inevitability. But by doing this, we delay it because I haven't given away my location. That is an important distinction. This also gives you an indication of the packed nature of this start. Scandinavia is a crab bucket where people are going to be fighting pretty much forever, and we want to push our way out of this at the expense of everybody else. Speaking of, yeah, I'm going to send these warriors and these scouts out to go and explore, but I think I'm going to go straight into settler and claim some of this no man's land. If Norway chooses to attack me, which I'm just going to admit this to you right now, he probably will. At least he's attacking a settlement that isn't the North Pole. It gives me a buffer, and a buffer is something I like a lot. Okay, this is where the barbs are going to be a slight problem. I could spend 95 gold to make another warrior, and that is very tempting. I'm going to bring this warrior back and help to deal with it. I think actually a cheap warrior is probably something I want to do. So 2 warriors will be able to take advantage of this. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that the AI is just going to swamp us with barbarians, and we're going to have a really nasty start. 1 food, 3 gold is a rubbish third tile to work. It's really not very good. So I'm hoping we make a better tile like this one. I don't know. I mean, I do know why. The crabs were a resource. That's why the AI went for that, but never mind. Haha. Sorry, Sweden. I grabbed it before you. Do you want to visit our nearby city? No, go away. You don't need this. And I got more gold. There we go. More gold from the tribal village. That means I've had 80 so far, and means I can definitely have another warrior. I don't think we're going to have many source of horse. Maybe on this tile, which is kind of where I want to put a commercial hub, maybe. Maybe I don't rush that one. I'm going to go for mining and open up the reindeer sleigh, which is my unique heavy chariot. Slightly weaker than a regular heavy chariot, but it can go through borders and ignore terrain cost. It's a very useful scouting unit that would give me an early game buff, which I very much need. It's very tempting to kill that builder. I must say, I would quite like the builder, and then I could work these spices nice and quickly, but I'm gonna just hold myself back a touch. Keep on with the exploring and go and get these tribal villages. Scandinavia, as you might expect, is incredibly hilly and has very little food. So this is gonna be a constant problem for us. Just keep that in mind as we look to settle. Discipline goes in, and I am gonna go for God King to get that Pantheon as quickly as we can. The discipline now means we have the advantage over this barb camp, so we're gonna double warrior attack and see if we can take it down nice and quick. Let's unlock the trader nice and quickly, and we've got a second recon unit. Amazing stuff. Tribal villages are gonna be an amazing source of early game momentum. We really want to use them as much as we can. It is incredibly expensive for my warriors there, but we have killed the barb camp before it got too bad, which is a huge win for me. Let's take this. Oh yeah, she's a good hero, but not necessarily one that I would like. Didn't see what they gave though. There's an amazing mod that I normally use, which actually tells you with a notification what the city state has given you, but it didn't actually do anything that time, unless it just gave me a promotion. It's annoying. Never mind. Destroy the outpost, earn the experience. I'm not going to push it by raiding it at this point. Let's just earn the era score, get military tradition boosted, and astrology boosted. Well, I mean, I know there's a wonder on this map, so that's not necessarily very good, but oh well. Oh, that scout is attacking my warriors. It did 17 damage to me there, so I'll fortify it. Shouldn't be able to kill me. You may notice quite a few tribal villages on this map. I did up it a little bit. It's Christmas, okay? But the problem is, if I up it for me, I up it for all of the 26 AI as well. So we're going to see some insanely quick AI here, just depending on what they pick up. This may be a real mistake. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we've got mining. I think I do kind of want to put a bit of time into irrigation because we're going to have dyes as well as the these spices, I think it's worth doubling up on that. Wow, the tiles I'm working are awful. They really are, but I'm going to get a good one in a second, and then I can buy this one, and I'll have way more production. These warriors, I think I'm just going to leave back and protect the North Pole. Do I trust the AI not to attack me? No, I absolutely do not. Ah, this is much better. Look at that. We're up to 11 production now. Perfect. Bronze working boosted. I was probably going to get that anyway, but the tribal villages are being helpful. Ah, you see, look, Sweden's got scouts out. Norway's got scouts out. They're going to find a lot of this stuff. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to take a slightly worse settle just to give the North Pole a little bit of space. I don't want to settle here. This is a useless tile. So we're going to put it there, and then the AI can't settle up there. I think that's fine. And then, spoilers, if we can take Nidaros, we will. That absolutely is mine to kill. There's a relic. Okay, that will get us Pantheon nice and quickly, which is a great thing. Look at loyalty. This is the problem. This is a huge problem with this start, okay? The loyalty absolutely sucks. I need the governors as quick as I can. Let's now go for the monument. It does two things. It lets me get the heroes, but it also lets me use the Bears governor overhaul mod because, you know, then I can actually earn some governors, which helps. Win-win. Barb camp, which will let me get a spearman. Interesting. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. I might utilize a spearman. That would be cool. I guess we could do a swordsman rush here. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Keep that as an idea. Irrigation boosted. That's very nice for me. Oh, I was going to do that anyway. Excellent. Sweden is attempting to make the kill here. Might be able to go and steal it with my scout if I'm quick. Yeah, that's left it very, very weak. Let's go and get that kill. There is another option here. A galley rush. I could use maritime industries and send a bunch of galleys down and just kill Stockholm, which is on the coast. It's got spices, which is a really, really good starting tile, which I like a lot. Let's go and scout it out a little bit, see what's going on. I think that's actually not a bad idea. Here's their second settler. I'm also going to leave my scout lurking around just in case they take the escort off the settler, which they have done a few times this game. Wow, look at all these traders. Yeah, look, the AI is getting huge boosts here from all of these tribal villages. I think I've probably made the game harder for myself by putting more tribal villages in it. Oh well, what are you gonna do? There's my second settlement. Mount Crumpet, what a beautiful place. Open with the monument and use this as a little outpost to defend against Norway and Sweden. Another settler. Yeah, look at that. Oh, they just got religious settlements. Oh man, that's so quick. Yeah, sailing rush. This is probably one of the worst ideas I've had, but I'm going to do it anyway. Monument finished. Do I want Oya? Oya's not very good. I think I would take pretty much anybody else other than Oya, and Heroic Tales is fun, but it's a huge waste of production. And we're going to go for the builder first. I don't want to make too many builders, but seeing as I've got 1, 2, 3 luxuries that can be improved, I think that's absolutely worth a builder. And where's this settler going to go? Is it going to go unescorted? This one was escorted, but there is no more warriors here. If I move my scout away, I might be able to pull it into a position where I can steal it. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt it. Now let's talk longer term or mid-game strategy. We have a bunch of different governors, and you've seen me use this mod quite a bit. Typically, I either use Surveyor if I'm looking to have a really, really funny appeal build, or I use Pioneer because it lets you have more food and more tiles and better settlers, and it's generally really good for a wide empire. One of the ones I've never used, really, is Merchant, which basically is the commercial hub governor improvement. It gives you a free trader at the beginning. It means trade routes to that city generate slightly more gold for other people and for you, but we can also boost production of commercial hubs by 25%, make our internal trade routes and external trade routes a little bit better, and make it so that things generally cost a little bit less gold, which is awesome. I haven't really used Merchant before. If I take 25% production towards commercial hubs, but then I also get Architect into urban zoning, this would give another 10% production towards commercial hubs, and then another 15% if it's the first district. I could go for a crazy merchant hub build today, which I'm very tempted to do, Architect and Merchant together. That would give me 50% extra production on commercial hubs. Why don't I do something a little bit strange and then go for City Patron Goddess, another 25% production towards districts and cities without a specialty district. This is a medium-term thing. I could get myself culture on plantations, I could get myself a 3 settler, I could get the Tundra Pantheon. All of those are really fun choices, but I'm going to go for the thing that helps me later game, because that means I've got 75% production towards commercial hubs. That's really, really going to help me. Well, I think it will. We'll see. We'll see if this helps me. Luxuries are really not going for much at the moment. The AI is very, very bad at paying for those. Relics would be hugely expensive though. I would quite like all of that gold. That would massively boost my early game, you know? You know what I think I am going to take take that deal. Gives me time to prepare against Sweden as well. Wow, that's a huge amount of gold. Okay, fine. What I'm going to do then, I've wasted a couple of turns on that monument, but we'll buy it just to keep the culture really high. And then as we find more barbarians, we can make more of an army, which I think works really well. In the meantime, slinger spam. Nothing wrong with a bit of slinger spam. Okay, Gothenburg has been settled there, which pretty much takes all of my options for settling until I conquer. Well, I could settle there, but that's 4 population Nidaros with 35 strength. That's going to massively annoy me. Sweden has gone for a holy site. That I think is pretty good for me. Just got a 3 builder. That is good for me. If we take Stockholm with boats, and they've actually got a galley already, Sweden are probably going to want to attack me. I really need to not underestimate how aggressive the AI is on this map. Yeah, that could be problematic. 2 turns left on that builder. We're going to switch to urban planning and then put maritime industries in. Perfect. Then we will go for boat spam in 3 turns. Lovely. Masonry boosted. Mount Crumpet already losing loyalty. Lovely stuff. Leasfjord. Arthur. Right, Arthur is a very good hero. We could use Arthur to basically kill Sweden. I think I will claim Arthur, but in the classical era, and he'll be significantly more powerful. Okay, I sense a plan. Arthur goes for Gothenburg. The boats go for Stockholm. Here's a plantation. More gold per turn. Lovely stuff. We'll wait 3 turns for the culture to accumulate these guys. I think the main thing that really annoys me about Norway is this adjacent color red. I don't like that. I want to be the only person in red. This very much puts Norway on my naughty list, and I think that's totally fair. If anything, Santa is a fashionista, and Santa will be aggressive to anybody who gets on the wrong side of his fashion sense. This version of Santa is brought to you by Chanel. Stonehenge built, turn 33. That's quite a quick Stonehenge. Another source of dyes. Craftsmanship now boosted. Let's get the government plaza. I'm just thinking this through. Later in the game, if we can get it, and it's going to be difficult with this many people on the map, we do want Casa because it earns 3 governor promotions. The only rule on that is it's got to be adjacent to a government plaza. So wherever we put the government plaza, it has to be fairly logically in tune with that. If I commercial hub there and Bob Tway commercial hubs there, I can make a government plaza that boosts both of them and still come up with something that is a hideously complicated aqueduct adjacency mess, because I do want to have industrial zones and I want them in the middle of stuff. Why? Well, industrial zones and commercial hubs gain 1 production and 1 culture for every city-state I'm suzerain of. Again, with this many people on the map, that will be tricky at the beginning of the map, but late game, I will gain an additional great person point in districts, which is a huge bonus, don't get that wrong, and industrial zones themselves and districts adjacent to them generate more amenities and culture, which is why I want them to be in the middle of stuff. In fact, once factories are online, it does mean I might want to put a city center there, which would otherwise be rubbish, but I can link it up with stuff. We'll see. I don't know about that. We'll see. Get the galley spam together, please. Get that source of dyes to make us, well, not happier, but at least it gives me just a little bit more stuff. Is there anything else to use my builder charges on? Not really. I don't even have 2 fish resources to improve. Well, I might as well keep it then for now. Something might pop up a little bit later. You never know. Internal trade routes will do for now. Let's get that road connecting our settlements together. Get the currency boost so that we can rush the commercial hubs. It looks like somebody's actually going for merchant points already, which is mad. I don't like that. That's nasty. Oh well, sure, we'll be fine. So I do want to kill Sweden, but while Sweden's giving me 24 gold per turn, there's no rush. I think building the Giga fleet is a good thing. Norway is probably more of a tempting target with a good hero in the classical age. Let Norway get a couple of settlements and then we can take more in one war. I have invented a sailor's yarn, which puts me within striking distance now of that golden age, which would be hugely helpful. Another Swedish settlement. Sweden being pretty prolific on the old settling front, and I like that. Santa Claus is becoming more and more annoyed by the day. Tell you what, Sweden getting a religion is going to be really helpful because I'm going to steal all these holy sites when I take their cities. Yeah, that's going to be brilliant. How quickly are they getting one? They're going to get 2nd religion behind Stonehenge. That's nice for me. That's really nice. Okay, currency, 17 turns. It's a bit far away, but it'll do. There's a +4 campus available in Mount Crumpet, actually. Bob Tway could get +4 campus, which would speed stuff up, but it means the commercial hub would be a lot more expensive. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. My first boat, I am going to just get open borders. We're going to go and explore the map a bit because there are other continents and other people that I would like to meet. The geography of this continent, though, is so confusing. That is an annoying settle there, Norway. why there? We're going to have a lot of big cities with a lot of space rather than them being densely packed in. I guess that is quite Scandinavian. Germany, the Holy Roman Emperor. Okay, right. How are you doing? 3 cities so far. Yeah, everyone is starting to expand out a little bit, you know. He has a bunch of horses. Germany, I think we're going to be fast friends. Yeah, if we can get Germany on side, there'll be a really good counterweight to Sweden. Woolin as well. That is the first city-state and would give production and culture on my commercial hubs. Maybe I open ambassador. If I open ambassador, it gives me 2 envoys immediately, and then I can place the ambassador in Woolin for another 2 envoys. And then trade routes would give me 4 gold and 4 production to that city-state. Interesting. Now, what I've done, you will have seen, I sent my trade route from Bobtway to Sinikush. What this does is it builds a trading post on the coast, which means any city inland that can trade with my capital can then go into the sea and trade down. I thought that might be quite useful, and I'm glad I did it. Maybe we send all of our trade routes to the city-state instead. Aha, a religion. Feed the world. Sweden, I love you. Feed the world basically means that holy sites are totally free because they give you enough food and enough housing that you can just get another district after it. They're perfect. I love them so much. I really do. Right, 9 turns. We need 1 more era score. Can we do that? I think we can. I think all we've got to do is just find 1 more tribal village or meet 1 more player. And I can see the player. Poland's there. We can do this. Norway is also going holy sites. Wow. This is going to be an amazing start for Feed the World. There's shrines being built as well. I mean, none of it's commercial hub, but I'll take it. It's brilliant. This might seem like a strange move, but I'm going to get a few scouts. If I do go for Arthur, scouts are really, really cheap to use for questing knights, which I'm going to probably do. Germany and Poland are at war. What an unrealistic game this is. Civ, not a historical simulator. We promise. Speaking of Poland, can we meet? Is that possible? Stockholm is fairly attackable from the sea, but we'll need a few galleys to make this work. Norway has galleys this side of the coast. Okay, good to know. No more tribal villages. Wow, that's a bit unlucky. Harold has claimed Arthur. That is really bad news. Oh no, I was going to use Arthur. Okay. Well, that doesn't mean there are no other heroes, but that means that waiting until the classical era, which would have made him a lot more powerful, that is not worked for me. Okay, we do need to run then some hero projects, which I can do fairly easily. We need to discover more heroes. Right now, that's no good. That's really, really no good. Poland, Golden Age, done. Okay, we needed that Golden Age massively. Gonna keep this government going for now. We've got 1 more scout. It's not really very useful, but I thought I'd finish it just so I could leave it over near Norway, work out what's going on. Let's run a Heroic Tales. Not an ideal use of my production, but I think it's very necessary. The first governor, we'd like the diplomat. I think unlocking the diplomat's worth it really quickly. Could unlock the merchant, get that trade route up and running quickly, put a road between me and Sweden or between me and Norway. Actually, that might help a lot. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. Appoint the merchant, gives me a free trader. I'm going to place the governor in Bobtway just for a second to get back up to 100 loyalty, which means my monument will be working. That trade route then goes across like this to make the road between me and Norway. I'm also going to spend a little bit of gold just on a galley. When I finish this one, I'll have 4. That means I should have enough to declare a nice war against Sweden, I think. Heroic Tales, that gives me 2 shots at it. Hopefully we'll find something good. Norway is going to lose that city, but not to me, annoyingly. Sweden is continuing to settle and now has another galley. This is going to be a tough war. I'm hoping the heroes will give me options. I don't know if they're going to, but we can only hope. Look at that. Oh, that is very difficult. Anansi? Sweden has Anansi. Okay, right. I was going to say like, oh, I found another one, but no, that's not good. Golden Age, Classical Era. I have loyalty. We have currency. Beowulf has been claimed. Did I just literally find a hero and it's already been claimed? Okay, right. So we've got no heroes from doing the Heroic Tales. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, we just hang in here for a second. Golden Age for Sweden. Norway has a normal age. Okay. Exodus, not useful. Monumentality, not useful. I'm still kind of stuck here. I could move settlers through, but as you can see, the loyalty on all of Scandinavia is bad. We've got to fight our way out of here. We go free inquiry. I would like to go Pembrush and Voice for for the culture, but I have to go through inquiry. We're going to build the commercial hubs like so. That will give us science. I could go for general and give myself military units 3 extra combat strength. That would give me 2-3 melee units, which I think I might do once I've unlocked the swordsman. Let's go bronze working and hope we have some iron. Yeah, let's just hold fire on that governor just for a second. I guess I could get entrepreneurship for the extra production on the commercial hubs. That probably would have been a good move. It'd save me a turn. Heroic Tales. No! It's discovered somebody else that someone has claimed. What is the point of that? We're going to go for 0 heroes here. Okay. Oh, the heroes mode. I was promised so much and given so little. I'm going to make use of my Pantheon here. Put some turns into the government plaza. I'm going to save 2 promotions so that if I need to, I can go for 2-3 melee units and then go front lines. That would give me at least something. Go for a bit of a swordsman rush. It's not ideal. I mean, I guess I could apprenticeship rush instead, but that's way harder to do. Yeah, let's use some Pantheon bonus here. That might be fine. As long as that galley is stationed in Stockholm, we are not getting through there. I need to be able to lure it out somehow. That would be ideal. I'm also looking for barbs. If I can find another barb encampment, we can buy some more troops and maybe that would help. Anything of man-at-arms or crossbow strength could be the difference here. I just can't believe we didn't get a single hero. Honestly, we just left it far too long. I'm used to them having some heroes available in the classical age. Nope, not gonna happen today. No. Goal with luxuries. Do I want luxuries? Kind of do. I wouldn't gain anything right now, but what I could do is trade for luxuries to put me back in the same place so I can sell mine, which would liberate some gold so that I could buy myself a great general in Boudica, which if I could go for swordsman Boudica rush, that's another bunch of combat strength. 1 turn, switch to government plaza, like so, get the full benefit of the Pantheon. I can't do that in Bob Tway, but that's okay. The Netherlands, honored to meet you. Just meeting everybody at this stage is going to be useful. Scotland, okay, very useful to know where all of you are. The chances of me getting an iron mine here are incredibly slim. If there's like this tile, or this tile, or any of these ones, maybe I'm going to get lucky. I really need some iron. That would be a huge break for me because it would make a big difference in how much science I would need to unlock iron working. But the chances of that happening are slim. Come on, please. There. 1 tile away from what I can work. Ah, we do have 1. Okay, that's incredibly lucky for us. Iron working, you can see we've got a little bit more science now because this commercial hub is giving me +2. That'll go to +3 when the government plaza's done. This will be a +4. So we're going to have 5 more science. Yeah, we should be good on that. I think the swordsman rush is going to work nicely. Norway is doing this deliberately. That is a terrible placement for Oslo. Why would you do that? Put it on the coast. Never mind. All the more reason that Norway is on my naughty list. This is such a tricky start though. We are absolutely wedged in. Everyone around us has way more yields than we do. Options are slim. Hey, if it's possible, we will do this. I would love to meet that last city-state. Brussels is there. Maybe we could hope that we could meet Cardiff. I'm not sure. That is Elizabeth. There's Cliffs of Dover. Himiko. No. Oh my goodness. Himiko is still available. Quick. Get this. Get Himiko. Oh, that's game-changing. If we could do that, that is game-changing. Oh, you don't understand how big a deal that is. +5 combat strength. That stacks with a great general as well. Oh, that's so good. My trade deal with Sweden is now pretty much gone. So the relic has paid for itself. I still need 100 gold. We should be able to get there, I think. Especially if people send me delegations. Nice, 25 a pop. You can see we're making 2 merchant points per turn. We do get additional great person points in districts. Not for the buildings, but for the districts. We do get a little bit more just from having them. It's very, very handy. I am aware that that is a significant boost. Come on, Cardiff, do you exist? No, but Mulan does. Delegations are flooded in and I can afford the great general. Great stuff. Now, I'm not going to befriend anyone in this game. Everyone is on my naughty list. We are evil Santa. I think it's important that we stress that. Oh, we actually got a hero. I genuinely thought we weren't going to get one and we got Himiko. Himiko is one of the best, if not the best. Hercules, Arthur, there's an argument. There's a few of them that are equally as good, but she is amazing. Very, very pleased with that. We finished the government plaza. I'm just going to wait on the general because we can get 2-3 melee class units and we're only a little bit away from I'm working 4 turns away from that now. It's a good boost though. Maybe we can get some reindeer slaves as well. The longer we wait, the more chance that Norway's hero will disappear as well, which is quite useful. I'll leave my scout there just so I can see what's going on in Nidaros. Miko lasts for 40 turns. I could use her to basically take over Woolen, which would be handy because it would give me great general points when I attack people. But let's go for Buda. Boudica. If you didn't know much about me as a creator, I, Is A Fashionista, grew up in a county in England called Norfolk. And one of our local heroes was Boudica, Queen of the Iceni, the Saka of Colchester and Londonium. Just a general badass. All right, Hamiko's going to be ready to join Boudica in the assault of Nidaros. What could go wrong? Brussels is being killed. Oh, the Dutch are going to be out of this soon as well. You see, look, this is yet another reason why people are on my naughty list. Only I'm allowed to hate the Dutch. There are only two things in this world that I can't stand. People who are intolerant to other people's customs and beliefs, and the Dutch. If you're wondering who's getting all these merchant points and generally ruining my day, guess who that's going to be. It's Mali. If you've never seen this Twin Atlantic or Clash at the Atlantic map, it's amazing. Basically, you have a really squished Europe into Africa, and then the other side you have North America, South America, with Britain in the middle. It's a really, really cool map. I would massively encourage you to have a look at it sometime. Plays very well. Okay, classical era done. Political philosophy, we're going to pick oligarchy for 4 more combat strength. Oh yeah, I don't know why maritime industries is still in there. We're going to go for Limited for a bit more loyalty because we're really struggling. Urban planning's good. Extra 4 gold per turn. That works well for me. Yeah, gold income has massively shot up there. Yeah, look at that. I was actually unloyal for a second there, and now I'm loyal again. It takes 1 culture off because the monument doesn't work properly. It's really annoying. It's always worth keeping an eye on that one. Oh, look, a great admiral, Sweden. That means you've got a harbor, or a few harbors, which is amazing. I definitely am not going to steal those from you. Quick dab into military tradition for getting flanking bonuses. Nice. Now I have got my general. I can start to buy luxuries from people. Just helps me a little bit. The commercial hub gives me 3 era score. It's a +4, which really improves my science per turn. 1 turn until the swordsman. And what's Santa going to give himself for Christmas? That's right, a warlord's throne. Let's be honest, we all knew that was going to happen. This is not a good day for the happy Santa, okay? It's just not a good day. It's Armara in the game. I wonder, oh, there's barbarians over here. We're going to go and find those because we might be able to get some Irish barbarians sent to Mount Crumpet. Ah, Civilization. Such a realistic game. Actually, this internal trade route is now worth 2 food, 3 production. A single governor promotion would make that into 3 and 4. Wagon trains is quite good, but nope, we're just saving for general at the moment. What's going to happen is that Norway will have crossbows by the time we attack them. I can just tell. Our mission, by the way, is to save every city-state in the game. They are the only people on my good list. The poor, independent powers of the world, bullied and conquered by all the major powers. We can't stand for it. We mustn't. We will rescue them all. There's ironworking. Right, ironworking means my best melee unit is now a swordsman, which means when I go for general and gain 2 melee class units, they will be improved. As I mentioned before, I could wait for apprenticeship, but I think that's delaying it too much. So, general, a point sends you to Mount Crumpet to Bob Tway. There's the 2-3 swordsman. I'm then going to give myself a second promotion of +3 combat strength, like so. That'll be very handy. That means the swordsmen are going to have +3, which takes them to 38. Then autocracy gives me +4, which takes them to 42. And then I get +10 from Himiko and the general, which takes them to 52. Okay, happy? I know I'm happy. Does anyone dislike you? No, that's a shame. All right, surprise war it is. What's the next best power spike for me? I think industrial zones. I think we have to just rush industrial zones. They're so powerful for Santa. You can't really afford to ignore them for any longer than you have to. I think it's just good manners. Does anyone want to contribute to Santa's iron bank? I'm iron deficient. No, 1 source of iron is all I've got to play with here. Fine, we'll manage. Reluctantly, we'll manage. Yeah, that trade route, could you send that to Oslo, please? I need a nice road between these because this is terrible terrain. Military tradition gives me flanking bonuses. Very nice. Now, the usual, we're gonna rush feudalism as the swordsmen charge towards the enemy. Not the enemy, not that magazine. The enemy, okay? Let's make sure we don't make that mistake again. That was awkward last time that happened. It's a simple joke, but it works out. That's 51 science over there. Oh, the AI is really doing well. All right, hopefully that won't get any worse, but it probably will. Horses? They exist, but not really in northern Scandinavia. Okay, good to know. Look at that. Look at that strength. Ho. Gonna take us a few turns to chip through, but I think we should be able to do this fairly nicely. Liverpool is not on Jersey, but okay, sure. No comment on that. No comment. Oh, there's a barb cabin. That means I can buy a swordsman. I will absolutely keep buying swordsmen. Yes, that's a really good pickup for me. I think I'll leave you on the border with Sweden. Norway needs to be taken out first, but Sweden, I Can't afford to leave for any longer than I have to. Okay. The general is established. These trade routes, well, they're doing what they do best. Nobody does. Gaul does. Gaul dislikes Harold. There we go. Oh, you know what? It's Christmas. Have an expensive joint war bug. I'm not going to be able to do that very long because, well, everyone's going to hate me momentarily. Who wants to get in on this war? Oh, Sweden does. Nice. That's really cool. 1, 2, 1, 2. Move Hamiko in. Move Boudica in. Ah, Arthur is there. If Arthur sits in that city, it'll be too powerful for me to hit very badly, but hopefully it won't. I wish I had a better strategy than that, but I don't. Hopefully it'll be fine. Armagh. Nice. I need to find the barb camp around here if possible. Thank you. Harold, you're on my naughty list. Have some coal. Okay, so Arthur did just embark himself there. Interesting. Just to attack the scout. I don't mind that. I'm going to leave the scout there and just absorb as many hits from Arthur as possible. Keep attacking. Hopefully in 3 more turns we should take that city. This trade route I'm going to just leave for a second and send it back to the capital. Do you remember I said about Casa? I've just realized my plan doesn't involve space for Casa. What is my problem? This game sometimes confuses me. Hang on. This has got to be Casa, assuming it hasn't been built. Let's do that instead. Slightly worse industrial zones, but they're good enough. My bad. Yep, okay. They did kill the scout, but that's not what you needed to do there. Not your priority at all. Move the swordsman back. It's got 2 movement, which is interesting, because what I can do is pull Boudica 2 tiles back to get out of range. Oh, no, it won't work. Hang on. No, I don't want to mess this up. What you can sometimes do is move the generals out of range to turn this to 2 of 2, which means I can then pillage. But it's not exact. You know what? Arthur can't even attack that swordsman. That's ridiculous how strong the swordsman is. Lovely stuff. Ah, market's done. Well, that's just lovely. We'll pick up some more traders now. Okay, Sweden is picking up walls now. It's not ideal. So I'm going to have to just pick up masonry quickly to get the battering ram. And in the meantime, which road is better? The one to Stockholm or the one to Gothenburg? Let's go to Stockholm for now. I'll get reset as soon as the war is available. Actually, you know what? Let's start making both roads. That will help. That'll be really good. Giant's Causeway. Hippolyta. Claimed by unknown. Ooh. Oh, you're kidding me. They one-turned walls. That's so annoying. Okay. I suspect what's happened is they've got the defensive governor. The defensive governor immediately puts walls in the settlement. I didn't see these being built unless they were just one-turn built, which they could have done because Deity AI has a lot of production. That's really obnoxious. Don't do that. We need more troops. Luckily, I had the foresight to leave a swordsman there, or a swordsman in training. Nobody has any iron apart from me. We are the only person with iron at the moment, which is very, very strange. Getting promotions. We will be able to do it. This delays. This is a delaying tactic, nothing more. It's just really, really annoying. I guess it gives me time for Warlords Throne to kick in. Hey, small upside, eh? I actually killed Arthur with the swordsman. I love that. Keep taking the wall apart. We'll be able to bring actual battering equipment in a second. These are not going to be good turn 100 yields. I'm just putting it out there now. I think our turn 100 yields are going to be lacking. Okay, there's masonry. That gives us the battering ram. 260 gold. Well worth it. Oh, you know what? We could encampment to set up on Sweden. That could be fun. I'll just hold off for now. I just let myself have 2 iron spare before upgrading them. Just wanted to make sure that all of my units could heal. That's the main thing. Do I want to attack it? Am I going to have enough health to survive it? I don't think I will. I don't want that swordsman to die. It's already started to level. Let's get the catapult sorted. I think I might need some... Oh, Lincoln's found me. That's either really good or really bad. He's over here. He has luxuries I don't have. Oh yeah, that swordsman totally would have died if I attacked with it. That's a really good thing we didn't. Come on, walls. Stop being so problematic. Warlord's Throne is finished. Flanking for military units is fun, but wouldn't really help. There is something I could do. I could utilize Santa's Robins here and grant myself another spy, which would be very early and would give me another +3 combat strength. It's desperate, but it could be the difference between me winning and not winning. So I think we're going to employ some evil spies. Can't put it anywhere for now, but we will be able to. And then over to Oslo, 7 turns. We'll get 3 more combat strength. Such a minor thing, but it might help. You never know. Engineering boosted. 2 turns until catapults. That is amazing stuff. Oh, you're so close to promotion. Oh, this is going to be so close. Okay, the wars near us are falling fast now. That is amazing, but this swordsman can't survive another attack. Pull back to there. You move to there to keep everyone in range. Buy a tile. So the next turn we can heal and build some warriors. I can upgrade them later. Anything trained in Bob Tway gains a promotion, which is amazing. I've got an envoy. I'm going to save it until I can put 2 envoys in. And Wallin will be my target. Wallin will help later. Oh, Barbs. Yes, Barbs. Where's the encampment? I need the encampment. Thank you. I might lose this swordsman, but it's worth it because the walls are down and that's now significantly less damage. Pull back the battering ram just so it doesn't die. Need reinforcements though, which is why, love it if you could find where the Barb encampment was. Oh, I gambled wrong. It's probably that side. How many turns? 4 turns so I can buy a Toa. Oh, that's nice. -5 combat strength for the enemy. Love it. Okay, catapults are available now. I did lose the swordsman, but this is so close now. Now, all I'm going to do is save up my gold, try and even get more units or catapults that I can send to the front line. Here we go. Here's my first catapult with promotion. We can do this. We just have to believe. At some point, someone will give me iron. It's not today. It may not be tomorrow, but it will happen at some point. Look, it's here. It's just nobody wants to trade it at the moment because there just isn't enough of it. I think Scotland's on the edge though. Scotland almost has a full amount. That's really good to know. Big load of damage there, but I survived. I have a promotion. The walls are still down. Come on. If Nidaros falls, everything is possible. If Nidaros doesn't fall, I am in a host of problems. There we go. Called it. Iron is available when we're ready for it. Come on. We're so close. Let me in. Gonna find the encampment yet. There it is. Swordsman, 215 compared to a Toa for 286. Good to know, but it's not what we need. Ah, here we go. The catapult is almost in range. Come on. My spy has arrived just in time. Listening post, 3 extra combat strength, which means the catapult can come along. And I believe Nidaros is ours. Mathematics boosted. And the production from the Warlords throne. It finally emerges. Yeah, as I thought, the defender governor is enabled because there are walls immediately in Oslo, as well as 2 extra population. So that's interesting. Oslo is incredibly well defended, and there are a lot of boats that are going to block my way here. So I think peace for now, and then we're going to go back to war in a second. We'll ask all of this. 14 gold per turn, 73 gold. That will bankroll me just for a second. And now we set up again for Sweden. Oh, we picked up Norway's relic. Lovely. That will sell for quite a bit if we needed to. Man-at-arms. The Barbs are now selling man-at-arms. Oh, that changes things. That's a big step up. Okay, spy. Next turn, we're going to need you to move again. This time to Sweden. Somewhere on the coast will be fine. Uppsala will be great. And then we're going for Sweden in a second. Bit of gold per turn to Scotland here. It's not great. It's basically the peace deal gold. That gives me lots of swordsmen. We've got 1, 2, 3 on this front line now. Gothenburg. That will fall quickly if I get my way. Another hero. Already claimed. This is Canada. I like the fact that Iceland is available. If we want to claim Iceland, we can. Some decent settlements there. And if we can take Oslo in a bit, this entire coast will be available to us as well. But maybe this is momentum. Maybe this is what momentum looks like. Are we going to have it soon? I don't know. This is what we're going to do though. I'm going to sell my relic. This will basically bankroll my next war. And I can buy a man-at-arms. Just have this on the front line so I can prepare to wipe out Norway. I need Scandinavia. You want to see what evil Santa is all about? Trading gold per turn for Sweden's gold and then declaring war on Sweden. This is how evil we are. Oh yes. Once every year, I allow myself to do incredibly evil things. Done. And we are just about ready to immediately strike as well. 2 swordsmen are immediately in place. The catapult just behind. Hamiko and Boudica already making their way to the front line. The swordsman with battering ram following up. My slingers will get involved, but I think the best thing to do with them is just kind of sit back and wait for a second. And as you can see, we can do some really, really good damage in that first turn. Meanwhile, these galleys are not going to try and assault Stockholm. What they will do is sit here and create a bit of a kill box for all of the enemy galleys. At least that's the plan. My scout is behind enemy lines, which isn't good. I'm just going to run away and see what I can pillage. Okay, they are counterattacking the swordsman. It's not going to be enough though. The catapult has 48 strength when attacking. This is very good. Pillaging is 122 gold, 61 science. I tell you what, the 61 science is very good indeed. Is it worth pillaging? I think I actually would just like to keep the campus, which is not what I would usually do in this situation, but I think it works for me. Oh my goodness, that was substantially easier. The apprenticeship boost. Oh, amazing. Eltrund, okay, you are disloyal, but I have a spy master just for this. I'll take the edge off. Now we head towards Stockholm. Prepare the monument, the watermill, the granary, and I've changed my mind on the galleys. I'm going in to steal trade routes, to pillage harbors. Anything that gives gold, I think, is fair play. I could take Uppsala, but I've just sent my spy there. My spy promotion, I think, was probably useless, but then I should have known that. Spies are always useless. Why did I pick a spy? I don't even know. I don't even know. What can you do? Little trick, buy a horse. Just a single horse so that you can animal husbandry. I mean, it takes the notification off the top. So if people go, oh, I've got a deal for you, you know it's actually something useful. We are about to see, by the way, this is the point the AI is now going to start mass denouncing me. No more deals for Santa. That just proves to me they should all be on my naughty list. Horseback riding. Apprenticeship time. We also need to get 8 era score, which I think we can do if we just meet a few more people like Cree, Canada, Portugal, Spain. There's a lot of people out there. Start though with a quick pillage. Just a cheeky pillage for 131 gold. We can then kill this boat. Get ready to pillage our trade route. It will spawn more walls in other cities, but if I keep flipping the capital, I think every other city will get more population. So that's the direction I'm going to go. Feels strange, but I like it. I think it's a good option for me. There we go. Boudica gets a unit kill. That helps. Swordsmen keep killing. Send a trade route back to the capital for 2 food. Through production 2 gold, which is nice. But here's a cheeky little route to Oslo just to make a road in this direction so that I can attack and kill Norway very quickly. Finally, a second source of iron. That's a big improvement for me. Taking Stockholm, I think, should be enough. Although killing this horseman will make things slightly easier. Excellent. Himiko, Boudica, both forward. Swordsman, deal with wall. The campus pillage was worth 60 science at the time. I'm making 5.5, so 11 turns or so, and I make the science back. I probably could have fixed it in that time, so maybe the pillage was worth it, but it's going to be pretty close, which, to be honest with you, makes me feel pretty decent about the decision. If something's quite close, you can legitimately be like, okay, could have gone either way. In comes the catapult and says, no, I don't like your walls. I would prefer if you didn't have them. I guess I probably should do this. Reindeer sleigh with no picture. It's basically just a heavy chariot, but probably a little bit worse. There's Canada. Honored to meet you. Aha, I forgot to put prismatic on this game. Do you see? Canada doesn't exist. We've run out of colors. Let's see if I can fix that. This is the one. Prismatic color and jersey overhaul. There we go. It worked. A couple of people might have had their colors tweaked slightly. Like, for instance, now Norway is yellow. But look, there are now more than 20 color schemes in the game, so Hamilton exists, which is good if you like musicals. As we capture more of Scandinavia, you'll see my faith per turn is going up and up and up and up, which is a brilliant thing. Because, for instance, we have Feed the World in some places. What Santa is currently doing is confiscating the toys of the badly behaved and feeding the elves with the pulped remains of them. It's totally Christmassy. It's a beautiful Christmas story. Maybe the true meaning of Christmas. Catapult 1, Catapult 2, and Stockholm is mine, which gives me the era score I need for a golden age. With 3 turns left. Remember, taking a capital, 4 era score. Huzzah! Yeah, this is really good for me. Religion is spreading up here naturally. The more I sit on this, the better. Yeah, actually, this religion is pretty comprehensive across everywhere. This is great. Where's the capital now? Down here. And now it's gained 2 population and walls. Okay, so I called it. So if we take these cities out in order, there'll be a lot more population for me to steal. I mean, liberate from naughty people. Now the reindeer sleigh. The reindeer sleigh will make its way and help with the liberation. Whilst I don't think I'm going to find anybody in this northern piece of Canada, I am going to reveal it because I do think it's good to have as much of the coast explored as possible to find as many barbarian encampments as possible. It's a very, very good supply of Christmas troops and units. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. The denouncements are going to come in. Stockholm, I think, was the final straw. Something really nice about having a single boat holding a choke point and watching all of the boats behind it simultaneously heal. There you go, look at that. Oh ho! And the spy has arrived. The Christmas robbings reporting back. Start the listening post. That is 3 extra combat strength, which means we're rocking a nice +6 now. +3 from opponent's movements, +3 from my governor. Very nice indeed. Sweden has actually made itself an industrial zone, which is lovely. I like industrial industrial zones. I approve of these, yes. Make sure you get the little shots in with the catapults. All of that extra XP. It all helps. It all helps. Yeah, I really do want the industrial zones. After that, though, I'm going to go astrology into celestial navigation so I know what harbors are, so I can fix this harbor. But also, my traders can't embark at the moment, and I want everyone to trade with Woolen. So that's a problem. Oh, I didn't mention. I spent a lot of gold quickly snagging Irene of Athens before she disappeared. This is a 3 governor title, because I really do need to make sure that we're working the governor titles. The Spymaster is useful, but I don't need any more for now, and whilst I would kind of like 25% extra XP, the rest of this isn't really needed, so now we actually try and make some good use out of merchant. 15% gold discount is huge. 0.25 gold for every population would currently be worth about 6.5, which isn't a huge amount. But stuff like entrepreneurship, wagon trains, now this is good stuff. That is another bunch of gold. Food and production from my trade routes. I said I was going to try and work this at the beginning of the game. I intend to keep my promise. I've got 3 and 4 now. That's just annoying. Why put a quadrireme in this lake? Of all of the places you could have put that, Sweden. That's not fun. Defensive tactics. That's another governor. I don't think I need the extra loyalty anymore. So I think in preparation for monarchy, maybe we go for limes? The bastions could be handy if my cities are attacking. No, I think limes is the play here. In you go. We're saving a lot of money from conscription. Trade routes getting more gold is good. Urban planning is nice. Don't think we need anything else, to be honest with you. Although I do want to prepare for the industrial zones. So let's just chop some of these lovely aqueducts out. I think I just said aqueduct. Not sure about that one. Listen to that back. I like the idea of an aqueduct. Oh, that settler's going to escape to the sea, which is really annoying. 1 turn away from being able to declare war and steal it. Can't make any commercial hubs at the moment, so we're going to go for taxation. Just get that extra gold and get down to foreign exchange as soon as we can. It's all setting up for that late game build. That is a walled encampment. I don't want to have to deal with that if I don't have to. So, quite simply, I won't. Everything linked in, nice 52 strength attack, and that's almost half the walls gone in 1 hit. Fantastic. Feudalism time. Actually stolen quite a few farms here. I mean, liberated. Of course I mean liberated. I think I can probably finish off the rest of them. The medieval era, which means my science will plummet by about 6 points. That's not as bad as I had feared. Decent faith income now, and it's only going to get more as we take more holy sites. So I'm tempted to go monumentality. We could try and push Pembroke and Voice to that meta sweet culture, but I think at this point, settling Iceland could be really good. Scotland's already gone for Greenland there. We're looking for anything that really helps Santa with his Christmas mission, and I think monumentality is the play here. Although free inquiry keeps me relevant? I don't know. This is the thing. There's only 1 settlement space available here and a couple. You know what? No, monumentality. It would be good for the builders. I'm going to do it for the builders, not for the settlers. We're going to keep my faith until we have feudalism, and then we're going to do it for the settlers. Look at these nice trade routes now. Oh, it's not even the correct one because there's loads of districts down here. No, off to the North Pole with you. All right, Santa's back. My denunciation actually ran out, which was annoying, but it doesn't matter overly. Miami is ready, and I can pillage trade routes immediately. Huzzah! 90 gold. Hey, that's actually pretty good. Don't mind me, just casually making man-at-arm upgrades. Very nice indeed. The World Congress says we should be able to build things faster in the city center, and Santa needs more trade routes. Oh, you've all been very, very naughty. Campus. No one needs campus buildings. Honestly, what is this? Anyway, that settler has been confiscated. Let's make my first industrial zone. These things are good. Industrial zones and districts adjacent to industrial zones provide 2 amenities and 2 culture. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 culture and 8 amenities. Yes, you heard that right. It's Christmas, everybody. Except it's Christmas for me and not for you lot. Walls are down. Santa moves ever forward. Himiko, by the way, not going to be able to use the envoys on this particular version of Himiko, but that's fine. Woolen's being killed anyway, so I'm going to get it just from liberation liberating it because, you know, I am, of course, nice Santa. I'm on the side of the city-states today. I refuse to let people pick on them. Gaul has captured Amsterdam. Am I trading with Gaul? I am. He's giving me most of my gold per turn, and I'm not going to be able to liberate it. Santa's going to bide his time. Actually, no. What am I talking about? It's not a city-state. I was thinking, oh, it's a city-state. It's not. Why am I even worried? I'm not worried. Well, that will help us to meet a bunch of people. 100 science Spain and a rather rampant Hungary. Good to meet you all. I am the terror from the north. I mean, Santa. My capital has been stuck at 6 population for some time, but this trade route will help a lot. Look at that. 5 extra food. Nice. You need to build an industrial zone, and that will help. You attack, and then you attack. Capital moves over to this city. Feudalism boosted. Oh, that's a nice boost. And overall, a very, very nice city indeed. Decent faith income, a theater square, and an encampment. Yeah, we're kind of pushing a lot of different districts we didn't have access to before. This is nice. Germany's been a very, very, very bad boy. Not only is he in a dark age, how dare he, but Woolin is gone. Dortmund is falling to loyalty, which is rather amusing. I'm gonna give myself shipbuilding quickly so I can get across this little narrow ocean, but yes, this area does intrigue me. Trier, can you finish that Hansa for me? That would be very handy. Hansery, if you could do that, I guess. See how badly Oslo is gonna try and fight me. This is without any boosts. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Trade routes now work to Woolin, by the way, which is a 16 gold route. Really? Why is that so much? Don't complain. Just accept. Okay, fine. Yeah, this lot are going to go after Trier. I'm putting Germany into this war because I can. No, Sweden. No. I had too many runs of this game as a practice game where you wiped me out. Ursa remembers he's meta. How long is Oslo going to hold out? This is a valid question. One more turn. I think I can take this city though. Attack with the archer. Attack with the man-at-arms. Attack with the man-at-arms, and it's mine. Including an industrial zone, making a lovely chunk of culture. Oh yeah, this is suddenly one of the most important cities I have. It is glorious and I love it. Preparation for my lovely war with Germany. There's a bunch more man-at-arms there. Lovely stuff. Oh, shells on a catapult. That's very nice. Feudalism has arrived. So we can start to get some brilliant building now. Urban planning. I do like urban planning. I'm gonna get rid of it for a bit so I can put serfdom in. And I'm gonna look for things that have not been upgraded yet. Mostly things to chop out, really. Tech-wise, up to Casa. I really would like Casa. No idea if I'll be able to get it, but I'm gonna give it a good go. Another quick round of pillaging before Oslo falls. Let's heal everybody up nicely. This must be Oslo now. Yes, it is. Off to Valhalla with you. Eat your coal. I cannot tell you how cathartic this is. Oh, it's amazing stuff. It's brilliant. It's all mine. Keep the listening post going for a bit. Don't need to do it for too long. Germany. There's literally nobody that I can join on the war. I guess maybe Gaul. I have to pay him. Why do I have to pay you to join your war? Annoyingly, it is worth it. There we go. I'm in on the war, and we take this horrible settlement of Trier. 1 and 2. Walls are almost entirely done. The Hansa is complete as well, which is a nice touch. We like that. Don't need the gold for a second. Diplomatic League. Cardiff. 1 and 2. You are officially mine. Welcome. I am Santa. I am your new overlord. That means that all commercial hubs and industrial zones now have +1 production, +1 culture. A small bonus, but a welcome one. Germany has crossbows. Worth bearing that in mind. Oh, Sweden killed my reindeer sleigh, not Rudolph. Dear, oh dear, Sweden. That is an incredibly naughty thing to do. Attack, and Trier is mine. I love 20% extra production, don't you? It's my favorite. Berlin is a nice place to attack now. The Christmas workshop. That gives me a copy of the toys luxury. Amazing. That's what we want to see. Another barb camp. This one is just a galley. Be a galley in a useful place though. All right, we'll try and afford that for next next turn. I'm finally onto the main page of the score, though. Look at that. Santa had a difficult start, but he's back in town now. Tromso. Get the catapult to hit first. Bring the battering ram in. Attack, attack. Yeah, I should be able to take that one fairly easily. I'm going to rush this one slightly, but this tiny little settlement, going to move the spy out of. It was going to flip anyway. Probably could have raised it, but it's not in my nature, you know? Let's get the commercial hub sorted as soon as we can. Himiko has gone, but we will not forget her contribution. How much to get her back? 1,000. Okay, we're about to start getting some temples in. That would help. Urban warfare. I've been looking forward to that promotion. That's a very good promotion. Yeah, let's go and get Berlin. This is quite the bold invasion force, but I think we can do this. Aha, that's bad. That was a high-level swordsman. Oh no, man-at-arms, even worse. They spawned a crossbow and then one hit it. That's not good. Okay, I think we go try and make a beachhead at Dortmund first. That was silly. There was no great general. There was no Himiko. Germany is tougher than Sweden. We need to respect them because of it. Didn't quite get to 100 of any yield, to be honest, by turn 100, but hey, look, we've done okay. Also, Armagh. That's even more culture and even more production. Sinbad claimed by Canada. Boo! We don't like that. That's a big industrial zone, this one. Lovely stuff. That's what you want to see in any capital. Tromso, Vols, liberate to Norway. No, 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 no. I don't think that's a very good idea at all. But look, I have my own settler. Okay, right, well, it was stolen, but look, that's irrelevant. We have a base on Iceland. I can get a commercial hub sorted nice and quickly with all of my extra production from my pantheon. I like urban planning, I do. But if you're giving me +9 faith or +9 science, both of those are probably better options. Let's go for scripture until we get Himiko back, and we'll head out from there. There's 9 engineering points coming in per turn. The workshops are looking lovely, and foreign exchange would be useful here, or entrepreneurship. I am making 2 commercial hubs, but we'll be very soon. What do I need to spend more? Production or gold? I do like the extra build charge. I like the extra production in every city. Urban zoning would be useful for architect, but I think architect is less important. Ambassador I'd like eventually because I want trade unions when I start sending all of my trade routes to Wulin. I think we stay focused on gold. Let's make the gold work. Entrepreneurship first, then foreign exchange. Monarchy, oil merchant republic. I think the extra gold, production towards districts. We're going to stack all of the modifiers we were already using. So let's go medieval fairs first for the governor title. The production is good. Okay, that I will give myself. None of my other yields are particularly good, but the production is good. Santa may be a bit behind the rest of the world, but my goodness, he can push out those toys. It's South America, I think, is far ahead of everyone else. Well, we'll work that out in a bit. Sweden has only a single settlement left. We are going to try and take it apart, piece by piece. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Sweden is still actively sieging Dortmund down, which is brilliant. They can't help themselves, and I, for one, applaud them. Oh, I'm going to take Dortmund from loyalty. That's even better. Everyone will join Santa eventually. Just investing in some temples. We need a bunch of them. Feed the world is a thing. It's glorious. It's wonderful. It will boost the population, and it'll also get me Himiko much quicker. What is this? Poland. These are heretical thoughts on a missionary. That's not feed the world. Oh wait, no it is. You're welcome. Welcome into my lands. Remember, I've got a mod on that makes it so that we can have multiple people with the same religious beliefs because we've got more than 20 people and it fixes pantheons. It's a workaround, but it's good. Listening post established. Excellent. Mayans with turtles and a settler. Uh-oh, that's unfortunate for you. Buttress. Almost at cartography. Come on. It's only the one settlement left. Can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. Another governor. Foreign exchange. Perfect stuff. 15% reduction on all purchasing with gold. That is really quite nice, especially if I can get my gold income up a little bit more, which at the moment it's floundering. This is so tempting. And unfortunately for you, I am evil Santa. Yes, I know you've just given me resources, but you've left a settler in the sea. Of course I'm taking it. I mean, it's right next to Florida, which is unfortunate for everyone. Maybe I'll take it down to the Caribbean instead. Dortmund. Hello there. You can join me anytime. Gives me quite a nice staging post here. 1 attack, 2 attack, and finally Sweden, 3 attack. Oh dear. Scandinavia is mine. 3 of non-Santa influences. Oh, we can all rest now. We can feel so much better about everything. All right, we all just need to heal up a second, take a moment, and then send my army anew with this lovely beachhead that we have. Industrialization has advanced considerably. That is the sort of news you like to see. Limes is fun, but it's not needed. Instead, maritime industries is going back in. Natural philosophy is going to take the place of the aforementioned scripture. Get a bit more science going now. Encampment in Berlin has been destroyed. Get the man-at-arms to go and take that in a second. No, Germany. It's Woolin I want. I don't want your gold. I want your Woolin. And also you have Great Buff, which is of like 2 out of 10 interest to me, which is embarrassingly small. Be great if Berlin or Frankfurt had harbors, because I'm waiting for this cartography boost, which is just not going to appear. There you go. The man-at-arms has made its way into Berlin. We shall engage in glorious battle now. Look how much Robert is putting into Armagh. That is very naughty. That is very naughty, and I don't like it. Wonder construction. Amazing. A mausoleum has unfortunately been claimed, which I'm not a fan of. There are still other lovely wonders available, like, for instance, Colosseum. I've got some lovely +7s. Yes, let's do that. Let's make this a little bit easier with Himiko. Actually discounted for some reason. Temple? There isn't a temple in that city. Not sure about that, unless my thief purchases haven't been discounted. I don't know. For some reason, Himiko is slightly cheaper. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. 1, 2, Berlin's walls are down. Should be a fairly easy take next turn. Okay, which means my faith is now mine to spend. So let's start getting in some builders to help with the growth of my new cities. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean, oh yes. Now this is a lovely outpost. I'm going to treat myself to a harbor here. I think it's more effective. Beautiful. We've got a builder out here. Gives me tons of turtles and a base of operations in the Americas. Did you know Santa has multiple bases of operations scattered around the world? Well, now you do. What a generous contribution from the Mayans there. Clearly, Lady Six Sky had Christmas in her heart all year round. Portugal, who has turtles. Well, that's, I was about to get those, but never mind. Aztec, you've got luxuries I don't have. Unfortunately, just even from that first impression, I can tell you've been a very, very bad person this year. There goes Berlin. Oh, yes. Denmark now liberated. This is a perfect base of operations. Bermuda. Oh, it's quite a good placement of Bermuda on this map, actually. From memory, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles are workable from that island. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Frankfurt will lose loyalty before the end of the age. So I think we're going to bypass it and land in Woolin now. There's a lot of crossbows defending the shore, which I'll be honest with you, not a massive fan of. But my army is pretty amphibious. We can make the crossing reasonably easy. I say reasonably. Still pretty tricky. Himiko is in place. Boudica is in place. The landing begins. Woolin, you will be first. You will not be the last. Turn 112. We're a little bit behind the 100 by 100 rule, which isn't really a rule, but it's kind of a rule. And there's Colosseum, which makes everyone happy. It makes everybody even more cultural, pushing us to 118. Is it true that Santa enslaves various Christmas animals, such as elves, in the Colosseum and makes them engage in forced rapping and present-related combat? Nobody really knows for certain. We don't discuss that here. No, not here. I am slowly and quietly picking up a pretty large quadrum fleet, which is nice. I'm going to make those into galleys at a discount price later on, once I figured out what they are. This is a fun use of faith. Look at this. I'm settling the Caribbean. I'm going to go after Bermuda because it's funny. There's exploration, which gives me production towards districts. I like that. I'm going to keep conscription in for a little bit. Those elves need conscripting. Diplomatic League, Merchant Confederation, and Oligarchic Legacy will finish out my government for now. Woolen's walls are down. Now the galleys can feast. I think I'm gonna set up diplomatic service now. I can start befriending city-states, aka Woolin. Oh, look at that. I have my claws into the top of the scoreboard now. 548 points. Very good, very good. Well, still very much at the bottom of the science tree, never mind. Let's not fixate on that. My catapults are being absolutely shredded by an assortment of crossbows, which are appearing about 3 a turn. This is not pleasant. Ouch. Stop it. Stop it. I'm pretty sure my man-at-arms can destroy them, but it's not pleasant having to deal with this many. We'll see how effective this is. Not as effective as I would like, but actually Himiko isn't here. There's Berlin. Move the units in and out like this. Berlin is hidden behind very annoying hills, which is frustrating, but never mind. Start fighting back and see if we can do lots of damage. Conscription is very much superseded by raid. As soon as you get into an offensive place, that's just given me, about 90 extra gold, which is 3 or 4 turns more than I would have had if I'd had the other card in. Woolin, it's mine. I have cartography because I have 2 harbors. I should have switched off that when I'd realized that. Germany is going to lose Frankfurt to me anyway, and these crossbows are being really annoying. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to peace out at a very, very expensive peace deal for them. Well, maybe not. Expensive enough. They'll lose Frankfurt via loyalty, which means I don't have to take it, which is lovely. In fact, actually, their loyalty just got even worse. Berlin is even falling. That will happen before the end of the age. Woolin will be liberated. Santa has undone some of the damage these nasty, nasty people have been doing, and that is another suzerain, which means we're getting a little bit more culture, a little bit more production. My units can still move through Woolin, and you're asking, Ursa, why would you do that when you're trying to attack? Well, there's other people I can attack. Looking at you, Poland. We're going to go from this end, and then we can attack Berlin from behind. Cartography was a fun upgrade. Let's get some other fun upgrades. Niter and trebuchets, machinery for crossbows, and then depending on how much niter we have, which, we own an entire landmass. We should have some. You'd think we can possibly send some muskets out. My spy is going to go to Brussels, and we're going to put some interest into Gaul. Just in advance is where we're going next. Grand Boulevard. That's Grand Columbia and Simon Boulevard mixed up there. Oh, he has Panama. That's a very naughty thing. I want Panama. You'll trade some toys for a relic. That's nice. We'll get some open borders. Do you want to go to war with the Mayans while I'm here? Oh, you do? That's a very naughty thing to do. Dear, oh dear. You know why I like having Canada in the game? Canada never denounces you, ever. Canada tries to buy diplomatic favor, which is particularly useful when you're losing it at a rate of -16 per turn. You'd think that would be a good thing to do, but no. Canada is trading with a well-known warmonger. That's a very naughty thing to do. Miko can now produce infinite envoys in Woolin for the first time, giving me faith while we're at it. Lovely. And from this point onwards, all trade routes will be going to Woolin. If I've set this up properly, there we go. Everyone can trade with Woolin because I've got the trading post in my capital, and also we have Stockholm, Choco Gamer, we've got Morax. Beautiful. Peace. Peace with the Mayans. Don't let me catch you unescorting settlers again. Very naughty. And you can look at this in one of 2 ways. Is turn 116 too late to be building Casa? Or is 1 AD too early? I don't know. But Casa is now down 29 turns. Ideally, we will find a great engineer that can rush that. It's too important to wander. Preemptively, I am going to pop professional army into the government. Gives us a little bit of a discount when it comes to upgrading troops, which we are going to be doing imminently. Speaking of governors, the next one has to be the possible either descent into ambassador to make some good trade routes. This would be 4 gold, increased with the merchant 6 gold and 4 production to trade routes to Woolin, which is good. Or we go down architect for a bit more production towards districts. I mean, it's all good, to be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to finish architect. I don't want to finish ambassador. So we'll get ambassador first. Pop you into Woolin, keep you very safe. And now we unlock Visselbanken so that my trade routes with Woolin are even better. This is substantially better. Oh yes, big upgrades. Frankfurt has flipped. That's just gonna flip to me naturally. So I think I'm going to celebrate by pillaging absolutely everything here. I think that's only fair. Berlin, yeah, Berlin's gonna flip as well. Oh dear. And here we go. The first city-state trade routes. They start a little bit rubbish, but they will build in momentum very quickly. This may be the greatest thing I do all game. Jan Mayen, governed by the wonderful Matt Beard. This is Bermuda Bermuda Triangle. I would like you to incorporate this into the lands as soon as possible. I might have to send some trade routes back to make sure this is better, but this is good. We'll work some fish. We've got 2 sources of it to cut through. We've got some rainforest, 2 sources of that. Yeah, we can get the population up here. This is a brilliant project. Hungary, moving a settler through German land? That is incredibly naughty. Putting ravens on banners? That's even worse. Would be appalling if I stood for that 80 combat strength attack. Lovely. I think we can all agree that settler is in a better place. Standing by whilst Wulin gets killed? Poland, that is incredibly naughty. Unfortunately for you, I have brought the Christmas war machines, and they are quite potent. Although this wall is very annoying. Hidden behind a hill. Why would you do? That's very naughty. Hungary has finished Angkor Wat, a wonder I was building. That's even naughtier than I thought. And I've just realized Poland is trying to settle Iceland. Oh, that's just awful. I don't know why we would have put up with this. I really don't. We can sort that out with boats. Apparently I have 3 campuses. It's pretty good. Better get education. Must have liberated them at some point. The science will start to flood in. And I'm not entirely sure if this is a good thing or not, but apparently I now own Florida. I'm taking that as a net loss, I think. Need a bit of population. We'll chop out all of the swamps of Florida. I'm sure there's nothing in here. No dangerous alligators or anything we need to be worried about. It'll probably be fine. I wish I had the raid card in here. That would be giving me a lot more gold, but I don't. So we just plunder what we can. Lodz is very close to being destroyed. Remember to move all of your boats past the Lysfjord. It's a 3 promotion on absolutely everyone, which is pretty handy as things go. Level 3 caravels I'm getting now. 5 population now. This is all we really need. 32 science from Matt Beard is about, I would say, a boost of 30% or so. Outstanding work. Any other upgrades I want to make this turn? A trebuchet here, a trebuchet there. Nope, that's all good. Get the raid card back in. Lovely stuff. That means we can do some amazing level of pillaging now. Science pillaging becomes really important. We need to push through this tech tree. I think we're going to industrialize, and then we'll focus pretty much pure on army. But industrialization means that we can work our factories, make sure our elves are hitting their quotas. They're a lazy bunch. You have to keep an eye on them. That's a trade route. Look at this. Through the North Pole, Sinakush sends the trade route on all the way down to Wulin. That's just lovely. That is exactly what you want to see. Still getting a decent chunk of pillaging done, including plundering these delicious trade routes. And Lodz joins the North Pole Empire. I can already tell it's so much happier. Oh, I should have put Thistle Banking in. Whoops. Something cheap I can do? Yeah, naval tradition. Let's get Thistle Banking in as soon as we can. 43 science. The Mad Beard. Perfect. It's just lovely. World Congress. Let's produce units cheaper and condemn Protestantism. I don't know why. Oh, it worked. That is funny. That's funny to me. Bologna has been taken over by some very nefarious people. We're going to pull them back in. Visselbanken will then come into the government. Serfdom will always stay in. Oligarchic legacy is really good. Do I need it? I think I do. Whilst I'm at war, we have to lean on the army because I have troops like this man at arms that are doing substantial amounts of damage. We have to give them all the help we can. Military tactics. Next, square rigging, mass production, industrialization. What's that? You want me to keep settling on Iceland? Okay, of course I will. Commercial hubs are still substantially cheaper, so I'm going to keep building those. That's the name of the run today. That's what we're trying to do. Trade routes are starting to pick up. Wulin will have a lot, an absolute ton of Santa's food in production. It will be a princely city-state, or else. Great work of writing, and oh, someone's been very naughty. My merchant has been neutralized for 6 turns, which is very frustrating. So I need to save my gold for a bit. Can't believe somebody would do that. Despicable. Absolutely despicable behavior. Poland, you shouldn't have a settler. There we go. That's much better. It's very naughty of you to have that. I don't need to take Frankfurt, but I'll be honest with you, it's leveling my troops up, giving me some really nice experience. So I'm doing it. I'm also taking Poznan. Oof, people are gonna miss that. I reckon we can hold that for enough turns. Probably. Wow, that's a lot of crossbows. All right, we need to get into Wroclaw. fast as possible. Urban warfare helps a lot. Once this was German, that is no longer. Incidentally, retrospect, I'm hungry. Could you rustle something up? A hot dog or something? This is gonna be tricky, but we can do some substantial damage here. Let's give it a try. Everything is loaded in. That's plus 23 combat strength. Get the walls down with that attack. Yeah, I reckon next turn we could probably make a dent in this. Oh, Scotland. Is that an unescorted settler? Naughty, naughty, naughty. I'm going to regret that because Scotland has quite the navy and I don't. But we can't allow that to go unanswered. I'm sorry. It's just awful. When I say no one is safe, I really do mean it. Yes, as expected, the Scottish fleet is rather numerous, somewhat scary. I think the best thing we can do is flee. We'll come back to answer these transgressions soon with frigates. An emergency. No. Actually, hang on. Capturing Nidaros. That was all the way at the beginning of the game. Do you not care about everything else that's happened? What is this diplomacy? I mean, I guess it's effective, seeing as it's gone through. Gaul, Poland, Portugal, Rome, Hungary, Spain. A European alliance against Santa. That is terrible behavior. Oh, we will not stand for that. Germany took themselves politely out of the game, by the way. Berlin is, well, no more. Go and pick that up now. And oh no, it looks like Poland is really counterattacking here. Wait, what's that? You have one city? Does seem rather unfortunate. I might lose Poznan before. It's going to take another turn. All we need to do is survive. This time, I don't think Poland will survive. Goodbye, very naughty individual. Oh yes. It's all on fire. I won't lie to you. It's all on fire, but that's okay. It doesn't need to not be on fire. That's what you got to remember. There is never a requirement for things to not be on fire. Most of the time, things are pretty open in that respect. Uh-oh. Gaul has bombards and muskets. I don't like that. That's the negative in my eyes. That's very naughty. The settling of Iceland, well, it continues. We've got a lot of channel supporters packed into a very small space here. I'm sure they'll get on fine. Oh, look, the Scottish Navy. They found me. That's not good. If I knew where Mausoleum was, I would hold off, but I don't. So, Da Vinci, you're only going to get used once, unfortunately. Combustion's good, but the culture from the workshops gives me about 16 per turn. That's lovely. Did I mention we're still settling the Caribbean? This is Evil Santa's getaway. Quite a nice getaway at that. Lovely. Like I'm really making use of monumental down here. I think legally trash is probably a bit harsh. This is all really quite good. When does merchant come back in? 3 turns more. Excellent. Humanism, I would love to put invention in. My government is too small. I have no space. That's fine. Privateers will be useful. We have to take all the raiding we can here. Pillaging for square rigging. I discovered shapes. I'm very happy about it. Faith pillaging is also incredibly effective. Check out this for a tile. This is awesome. 6 food, 3 production, 2 culture. On top of the yields over here. I like settling next to volcanoes. There's literally nothing that can go wrong here. Oh, I'm making a lot of admiral points from all of these battles. Woolen is a great ally to have. Trade routes galore. Pillaging galore. There's a lot of pillaging. And from that, oh, population 11 Berlin. That's a beautiful city. Yeah, we'll take a bit of that. Delicious. I reckon we can retake Poznan and hold it. Yeah, we can. Beautiful. So I am at war with Gaul and I'm at war with Hungary. Which way do we go? I am hungry for their cities, but Gaul is stronger and Gaul has taken over Brussels. That's very naughty. I think we're going to have to go and deal with that. As much as I like these yields, and don't get me wrong, I do like those yields, I think we're going to switch to gold focus. So natural philosophy is useful, but triangular trade is really good. A little bit more gold and reapplying merchant. Casa is going to make this more powerful on a different continent, so I'm actually going to move you to Mr. Fancy Sweatpants. 5 turns to establish. Then the merchant will be back in business. All of these conquered lands all now have trade routes to Woolen. It's spreading these out nicely. Look at this. Woolen is going to have all of my trade. 4 cities in Iceland. It is absolutely excessive, Dr. Bobby. I apologize, but it's glorious. You can't blame me. Actually, that's a lie. You could blame me, but I would be like, oh, don't blame me. Ratumakos, you stand in my way for the last time. Actually, was there ever a first time? Not sure about that. It's a good question and one we'll come back to later. There's a lot of trebuchets. Hungary? Peace? No, there's emergency. 25 turns emergency. Okay, that's fine. I'll send some troops down that way. Oof, I basically just need you to hold the line. Can you do that for me? Of course you can. Why am I even asking? You'll be fine. These muskets, though, they present challenge. Unlike any that I've had to deal with, though, so far. They're tough. They're backed by Gaul weaponry, which, as we all know, are incredibly strong pieces of kit. But I can kill the encampments given time. That in itself is reassuring. Well, if my war is going to include Scotland, seeing as they, you know, can't protect their own settlers, which is awful, I think I might as well make a little staging post here. Although some more settlements on Scandinavia, never least feared, well, that helps as well, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, I just lost a very strong man-at-arms there, level 2, to a musket and cavalry joint attack. That's no fun. I think we need to be a little defensive against Gaul. There's a lot more combat strength here than we're used to. Good opportunity to level up my trebuchets, though. There's a lot of damage to be done here. Also, if you settle on Iceland, you're going to see this a lot. Don't panic about it. It's probably fine. Woolen. It's the Woolen. It's a golden age for us. Yes, I don't know what to do. Monumentality would make use of the fact that I still am making tons of gold and faith. Hic Sunk Draconis would help me to make some mega settles, although it would limit the number of settlers and builders that I could produce. Now, I think monumentality is good because it's gold purchasing that would reduce it by 30%. And in 3 turns, that comes down by another 15%, which would be 45%. And not far from here, democracy would bring it down by another 15%, which would be a 60% discount. So builders would be incredibly cheap then. Yeah, I think that works. That works well. Let's reorganize slightly with man-at-arms, creating a nice defensive wall. Start bringing them forward. Miss Musket will have to wait a second. Okay, there's the walls gone. It's one less ranged attack. And a brief diversion. We're going to unlock Reformed Church and Wars of Religion. We follow the wonderful religion of Confucianism, whereas Gaul does not. That would be extra combat strength. Craftsman, in you go. We're about to industrialize. The extra production would be magnificent. Ooh, Matterhorn. Ooh, a joint formal war. Lincoln and France. Oh no, it's clearly Lafayette. If we time this well, I might be able to kill the encampment and with it, the cavalry. There we go. Maybe we can kill this musket. Actually, that's going to be a bit tougher. No matter. We have a way through now. It's a good professional army. And briefly, I'm just rotating stuff like this whenever I need to upgrade troops, which is every now and then. Oh, Geneva attacked me. Oh dear. France corrupting Geneva? Oh, that's very bad behavior. Like Shimmerby, we recognize that surname. There's industrialization. Surely Santa has tons of coal. That's my entire thing. 3 sources. That's it. We got 3 sources of coal. That's not a lot of coal, but never mind. We'll sort that out. Maybe there's more scattered around. Dundee has some. There's none in Europe, which is ironic. All right, there's enough here. Alrighty, time for factories and general industrialization. I'm gonna start from the North Pole, from Sinikush, and I'm gonna make my way down. Well, what now? Do I go for radio? That would be cool to have planes, no doubt, but that would be 8 techs away. I'm thinking, let's just improve what we have first. We'll go printing for 3 more combat strength. Then we'll unlock the musket, then the bombard, then the line infantry. And we'll go from there. There's more muskets. Gaul is very strong and it is frustrating. We should be able to hold them off, but my lord, we need all of my strength. Reformed Church. Okay, just do a little once over. Check to see if there's anything that needs an upgrade, which I don't think there is. So instead, Wars of Religion, another +4 combat strength. Now, because I have the religion of a deadman, I think this will work for me. For some people it'll work. I don't think it actually counts that I follow a religion at the moment. Okay, we can help with that. Let's start making some missionaries. Civil engineering, that gives me access to the public works card. Nice cheap builders with extra charges. It gives me a governor, and with this charge I have Casa, which gives me another 3 governors. Now, I can get 15% production, 15% faith, and 15% gold. If using this underground building that seems to be built into the side of the hill. Not sure what's going on there. If I have a governor on a different continent, which is not in Europe. But, you know, we'll figure that out. 4 titles is the main thing here. We are going to go for extra influence because 2 diplomatic favor is useless if I've got -26. Trade unions is an amazing upgrade. Just have a look at this trade route. 2 food, 2 production, 12 gold, 1 faith. That now means this is 2 food, 6 production, 16 gold, and 1 faith. That's a big upgrade. I am suzerain of 2 city-states currently, which means that vassalage would give me 6% extra gold, which would be worth about 18, 20 per turn. It's good, but I don't need it right now. Instead, I think I'm going to go for power grids, subsidization. I mean, this whole architect tree is really good, so let's get this. I'm just going to put these in places that aren't on the continent in the hope that they do something. So that's really good. Then we get urban zoning, 10% production towards all districts, and another 15% if it's the first, which means we're going to be getting things like harbors, commercial hubs, all of those first districts up a lot quicker. Now we go for nationalism and the capital, Grand Master's Chapel, because Santa can make any toy he wants, including endless copies of troops. That's just how it works. Scotland's not on this emergency. I'm going to make peace with Scotland briefly. I need some economic benefit. He's been a bad boy, but he'll help me to destroy the other bad boys before we have to do anything. I mean, look at these deals. Yes. With that, the North Pole has the coal power plant. I realize that I can rush printing here with a nice second university. Beautiful. We are above 200 science, 200 culture, 200 gold, and almost 200 faith by turn 135. We're picking up steam. We are making power. The workshops of the North Pole are online. They have been engaged. Second spy. I need to level up my spies, and London appears to be making 1,500 gold per turn. Let's go and nab some of that. Gaul has defender. Interesting. Maybe has +3 combat strength. Probably check for that. No, they don't yet, but that would be bad if they got that. Also, I don't have wars of religion. It's not working. That's fine. We'll get it eventually. Don't worry about it. We need to get our Warlords throwing bonus going again, and luckily, the Navy has arrived. We can go and take this tiny island and give myself, might be 20%, so another 130 production across the Empire. Delightful. Gunpowder. Niter is a fairly limited resource, but we do want as many of these upgrades as possible. Sorry, Oligarchic Legacy, you're going to have to go for a bit. Retinues is in. Let's get the muskets sorted. This is the musket police. All men-at-arms need to report and be upgraded by the musket police. I'm actually amazed we haven't managed to pick up an admiral by this point. Never mind. And there it is. Oh, it looks good. That's 20% extra production across the empire. Lovely. Now to take over Bologna. More great people. Most importantly, commercial hubs and industrial zones now have a little bit of extra culture and production. I can't see how much danger it's in. It's going to assume it's in no danger. Could levy the military. Let's do that. It'll actually show me quite a lot of what's going on here. Carthage. I think we should trade before I realize just how badly behaved you've been. Oh, that's the sort of deal we like. Lovely. Trading with a warmonger. Now we know she absolutely has been very naughty. On the bad list she goes. The tech increases. We keep laying on the death. One by one, these units, they try and attack me, but we know it's not going to work. We're just thinning them out turn by turn, and we're starting to collect bombards. Niter is a big problem. We don't have anywhere near as much niter as we would like. Oh well, we'll figure it out. You know, I think it's time to actually charge forward a little bit here. We're going to push. What could go wrong? Nothing, I say. Absolutely nothing. Amsterdam. Trade routes, 7 production on each city-state trade route means that I can make some very low production cities into some very high production ones very quickly. Castles and bombards. Oh, that's a line inventory. Okay. Well, I guess speed is what we need here. Everything is double Hamiko general boosted. Well, let's see how much damage we can do. If we can take the wall out, that would be cool. But you know what? Halfway. That's pretty good. I reckon we can take that out next turn. So Grandmaster's Chapel is really interesting. Now I can start to make presents with my faith. Trebuchet spam. Maybe. I made a ton of horsemen and now they're all coursers as well. Just take advantage of the World Congress. Build the army for cheap. Have some fun with it. Promote it. 2 production in every city. 50% production towards city center buildings. Oh yeah. We like that. That was another 80 production in my empire. Beautiful. This is quite a useful one. 2 power in all of my cities and 2 amenities in every city. That is going to increase my yield substantially. Just have a look at that top bar. are, and yep, woohoo, everyone's very happy now. Plus our coal bill might be ever so slightly smaller than it was. I've just done a ton of purchasing with my builders, so I'm going to put that card away for a little bit. Just having a look, how many +2 cities have I got? Quite a few. Liberalism, in you go. A truly not evil Santa thing to do. A general that's good for industrial era units, which means unfortunately muskets are not useful. However, line infantry will be, so that's good. We did lose a trebuchet. That makes me quite sad, but I think with a little bit of wiggling, we can get these walls down. And yeah, next turn, we can get this sorted. Look at this, beautiful. As we start to make cores, I'm using my promoted units with my non-promoted units. Get ourselves just a little bit of experience. And this is a huge capture. That is one of the harder, more protected cities Gaul has. And most importantly, it has an industrial zone. It has a campus. It resets our production bonus. And it means we can now upgrade some troops. Lovely. In fact, we can get another one. Amsterdam. Do I want to liberate it? No. No, Santa's not in that mood. Well, this is one of the original reasons I'm here. Brussels. Famed for their ability to make delicious sprouts. They need liberating. What is this? Naughty behavior. There's the capital. 77 strength. Gaul is tough. Oh, my lord. They're not taking peace as well. Very naughty. No matter, we're about to get a big upgrade here. In terms of strength, the cavalry, the line infantry. Well, that's interesting. A spy just told me that Gaul put in the card Total War, which means they've got scorched earth. Interesting. Interesting might have been a stretch far there. Well, you know, I found it interesting. I need to get rid of the professional army and retinues cards at some point. There's so much good stuff. The diplomatic league is going in this turn. Because I've got 5 envoys, I could probably grab somebody else. Granada will do. 1, 2, 3, 4. My 4th city-state. Huzzah! 80 strength. It'll be fine. Oh, look, toys. Wow, what a great merchant for me. I think the muskets have to have the priority here. Bam. That's a big upgrade. Most importantly, they now work again with my great general. They've skipped over Renaissance. That's awesome. 2, 3, 4. There's loads of cavalry I can upgrade as well. That's cool. Very fast pillaging units there. Do I go for artillery, battleships, and tanks? That is a question. Luckily for me, it's a question with a very easy answer. I'm going to make loads of these Alcazars now. Culture, science, they've got them all. Look at this. Beautiful. I need to start taking places again. Apologies, but not apologies. You've been terribly behaved, Elizabeth. I'm hoping London is pretty easy to take, and yep, looks like it might be. Walls are down already. Okay, cool. That's much easier. Just goes to show how tough Gaul is. I don't think London can take much of this. Nope. It certainly can't. I did have a spy there, but evil Santa doesn't care for the opinions of spies. Deborah, can you, not make things be on fire? That would be ideal. This encampment is broken, which means we can now begin to push forward. Attack. General points. They're all adding up. We have more line infantry. And the walls, we begin to knock on them. Knock, knock. Now the pressure begins to be applied. The walls are tough, but they can only take so much punishment. That's the thing. The double attack on Brussels as well. Coring up all of my powerful trebuchets. Armagh joins the cause. Another place to trade. Venetian Arsenal. Twice as much navy when I build it now. Very nice. So annoying Lizzie just stole 2 of my trade routes with a galley, which is annoying because there's a piece of wooden boat. She got 2,000 gold for it though. So I'm sort of begrudgingly respectful of that. Yeah, fair play. I prefer if you hadn't have done that though, you know? Can we not do that? Is that okay? How do we feel about behaving? You know, I think we can lay on the damage here now. Our bombards are beginning to gain a bit of power. There's more to do. There is more to do, but I think the power spike is now beginning. Brussels is getting trebuchets, which isn't as effective. But, you know, it's still pretty effective. Okay, that line infantry is very powerful. Watch this. 1 attack and then 2 attack and it just falls just like that. Whoa, Gaul is making me fight for this, but Super Stevo, we have you a magnificent city now. You're welcome. Just stop starving people, okay? We don't need to have this conversation again. Not after the last place. Urbanization is a really cute upgrade for us because now we have force modernization, which combines 2 cards that I was already using, effectively freeing up a card for me. Diplomatic League is less important now. So I'm going to start picking up things like colonial officers soon. That could be good for the loyalty. No, Raj. Raj is good. Trade routes to city-states is literally all I'm doing. Let's go raid. Because you know me, I'm busy at work stealing things that aren't mine. Oil and then coal coming up now very, very soon. Maybe we should actually try and get the boosts here. Coal mines, I've got that. Ironclads, I haven't. I don't have the 2 shipyards, but that is very easily manageable. I think I'm even building a shipyard somewhere. I know. I actually do own some harbors. Not many of them, but I do own some. Here is one of them. Second shipyard. We can do that fairly easily. Oh, that's a good city-state trade rate. Look at that. Woohoo! It's all the way back down. 16 gold per ton. Lovely. Heal 75 health and then retreat by making a core. That's the sort of interaction that I really enjoy doing. Love it. I think Brussels will fall pretty soon. I say fall. I do, of course, mean liberate itself, because this is not a Gaul city, as we know. Gaul has been incredibly badly behaved, and that's why we are intervening in this war. No other reason. Anyone questioning that has also been very badly behaved. Oh, Gaul. Is that a military academy just for me? Oh, you really shouldn't have. Oh, I can pray things in on the front line. I love it. Curacao core. That is a battering ram of a unit. Lovely. Santa needs to have less grievances and culture bombs. If anybody disagrees with me, they're getting coal in their stockings. And by stockings, I mean in their cities. And by coal, I mean they're getting nukes. 100% more. How dare you? That is just terrible. Oh, there's nothing like seeing a struggling city for production like Skeptical Bear and thinking, you know what, only 21 production? I'm going to get you a shipyard and up to 30, 50% more. Beautiful. Anyway, steam power now boosted. Let's get that artillery in a few turns. Thank you very much, Brussels. The muscles from Brussels has taken this back. Liberate it. Free it from the yoke of Gaul. All city-states will be free. All of them. I refuse to live in a world where any of them are controlled by evil powers. It's just not happening. No. Gaul owns Paris. I don't think that's Gaul's. I think you might have taken that one without permission. Dear oh dear. I'd like to clarify I'm not planning on giving it back. I just thought I'd observe the fact that it shouldn't be Gaul's. So many trade routes. So much gold. My spy finally returns. No reason, but head to Toulouse. Thank you. 6 envoys at Brussels. Brilliant. Hamiko has a spare one, so we'll just use a charge before she disappears. I think I can get her back pretty much instantaneously, which is lovely. More niter. Oh, I've needed more niter for some time. This is good. This is really good. I'm sure Scotland won't mind this one. That was my 36th city, in case you were wondering. Just a couple, just a couple. How much oil did Santa get? 1, 2. Hey, that's easily upgradable. 3 there. 4. Oh, Iceland was so worth it. 5, 6. Oh, my lord. Yes, perfect. I would like steam power quickly, so we will continue to pillage. Oh, and we now have battleships. Haha, that's fun. I like battleships. Steam power. There's the ironclad, which means we have a cheap upgrade. There we go. Boosting steel. And these battleships can grind a little bit of experience from the distance, hopefully leveling up. My bombards are being absolutely shredded, which isn't particularly fun. Bibrex is not easy to take, but it doesn't matter. We're pillaging. We will return good behavior to them soon, in 2 turns or so. No more emergency. That makes me feel a bit better. Liverpool, just give up now. You can't beat the ironclads. It's not gonna happen, okay? Not gonna happen. Steel. Okay, here we go. We currently have 12 oil per turn coming in. That's plenty. That is absolutely plenty. We can work with this. Oh. Mary Catherine Goddard will help. +1 diplomatic visibility with everybody. That's 3 combat strength. What would help now? Tanks? Tanks always help. Can't lie. That's just common sense. Yeah, I reckon a 95 combat strength Christmas liberation machine will be brilliant. Mobilization is done. Oh yeah, here we go. There are a significantly larger amount of artillery pieces in my land now. This is quite the improvement. Subsidization. It would only be worth 11 extra immunities. I don't think it's worth it. I could go down Pioneer and go for Urban Boom. It's quite good. 2 housing and amenities in every city with a few promotions. Or we can go Educator. 3 Thought, Growth, France, extra great people points. It's all very good. Let's go for vassalage first. I have 6 city-states. That's 18% extra gold in my empire. That's, yeah, like 200 extra gold per turn. Lovely. Banking through astronomy into scientific theory, sanitation. We don't need sanitation. We're going to go to flight. Observation balloons let my artillery hit from 1 tile further away, which is exceptionally powerful. Sure, you probably knew that already, but now you doubly know. Aha! You have the extra range. Fantastic. And now you're a core. Bibrax is going to fall imminently. And now the artillery begins to make its way forward, shredding as it goes. This is useless, but I love the idea of linking Sweden and Denmark up via a bridge because that's totally what happens. It's in the wrong place. It should be down there, but oh, it's close enough. There goes Liverpool, renewing my 5 turns. There you go, Schichten. You're basically 100% fishery, but that's no bad thing. Oh yes, and Marseille is still at war with me, as is Bristol. Okay, well, I better go and help with that. Oh, just a cavalry attack, and we've got it. Lovely. That was beautifully easy. I loved it. Fantastic. Bolshoi Theatre to 3 civics. I'm hoping we get something good here. Mass media conservation. Okay, that actually is pretty good. I love that. Straight into ideology now. And I am going to build up Pioneer. There's too many fun things about it. Into London you go. Now, here's quite a fun one. I'm going to buy myself a military academy right there in London and on the border of Aberdeen. Don't mind this. This is just a tank army. I like force modernization. We don't need it for a second. In goes Diplomatic League so that I can take my envoys and go 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, I won't get any benefit from Geneva right now, not until I make peace with France. Or, you know, France isn't in the game anymore. How many is it? 6 cities. That's not many, is it? It's not many at all. Come on, Bibrax. You know that you don't want to fight anymore. You really do. Give in. There we go. Isn't that better? Ah, what a wonderful place. Oh, as soon as you get steel, you end up needing to have to fix the walls the turn that you take anything. It's always this really weird build pattern, but I love it. Hello, Marseille. I say, this looks like a lovely city. Don't mind if I just borrow this, do you? My mate Jono needs it. Oh, not Liverpool. Of all the places, not Liverpool. Ah, typical. Nobody new joined in on that, just the old bunch. Oh, oui. Paris. Gaul, you genuinely were an absolute headache. I will not miss you, you bad boy. Aha, listening post in France. That is quite helpful. Well, hey, I've finally taken the science victory lead. Whoa, surprised it took that long. Score's looking mighty nice, though. Oh, yeah. Santa says, I don't like you, Scotland. Oh, you're allied to America. Incredibly naughty. Let's see how easy this is. You know what? I think this is easy. Oh, I built this in my capital. Look, the North Pole has tundra yields. Apart from that, but some of it's snow and it doesn't count. It's all good. Einstein agrees with me. Einstein says, yes, everything is good. Total war is still in the government, so it makes sense to keep pillaging. Oh, these trade routes. 630 gold I just got from that one. That is very nice. This is what happens if you don't put walls up at Christmas time. Santa will come down your chimney and steal Aberdeen. It's just the way things go. And now Unimatrix Zero has it. What are you going to do? Well, speaking of, 60% extra gold from plundering trade routes. I think that sounds good to me, because there is a certain irony to stealing trade routes from Elizabeth, you know? 378 gold, 336. There's a nice one from Portugal here, 882. Of course it is. That's totally normal and balanced amount of gold, and I love it. Let's see how Leon finds the cannon fire. Oh, it doesn't like the cannon fire, apparently. That is unfortunate for them. I wish I cared, because, I don't. And bam, it's mine. One thing I would say about my army, it is quite nimble. Oh, he's a funny boy. I wonder if there are walls in the next one. No, there are. Boring. Onwards we go. This one doesn't appear to have walls. There are power spikes and there are power spikes. An observation balloon is the latter. Ideology is as well. I mean, there's a couple of things I would quite like to put in. Economic Union, 5-year plan. Both of those are amazing cards. We'll get rid of this. We'll go 5-year plan for now, but a bigger government is needed. Chemistry time now. Research labs and Ada Lovelace. Just gonna keep you around for a bit, just in case I need to make a spaceport. And, you know, not that spaceports take the slots. It's more of a case of like needing an industrial zone in the city or something. It makes sense in my head. Look, don't worry about it. Do I want to stay as a fascist Santa or a democratic Santa? I mean, we know the answer to that. We're going to start with democratic and get the legacy. No, I like the policy cards. No, we're going to get the legacy from fascism and bring it over. The 5 combat strength is what we're going to take. The thing is, Santa believes that he is good. That's the whole point. Everyone else is naughty because they don't agree with us. Totally reasonable. Elizabeth is now struggling. She has sea dogs, but I don't think that's going to help. Toulouse, you're going down now. Oh my, that was easy. Admittedly, that's where my spy was. Whoopsie. I'm sure the spy wasn't needed. Probably. Observation balloon. Now as the artillery rock up, they can move and fire, which is a magnificent thing to be able to do. Oh yeah. Hungary. I'm hungry for your cities. Scotland is being very brave and attacking with a navy, but unfortunately, it's very technologically behind. I say unfortunately. That suits me down to the ground. I think it does make sense to continue to pillage, so I will. Then, after we have pillaged, the artillery makes, you know, frighteningly short work of France. Lovely stuff. I think they're probably feeling quite salty about it. Not that we care in the slightest. The blight of England is gone. The rest is silence, which I think we can all agree is a terrible shame because England is quite clearly superior, but never mind. Oh no, what a shame, Hungary. My artillery now reach your walls. Replaceable parts. More Christmas food. And the naughty government is here. Gonna have to do a little bit of rearrangement for now. Total war, third alternative, levy en masse, logistics, all things Santa is associated with. The rest of the cards are not so great. Trade Confederation for now. The capital, need you to finish the War Department as soon as possible. Or do I want the Royal Society? I am trying to get to Uranus after all. What was that? Sorry, you sniggering there? You sniggering? Are you on the bad list as well? It's a feature armor thing, okay? I don't have that sniggering, honestly. I don't really need the health, I'll be honest with you. Let's build a rocket, boys. Oh, you think walls are gonna stop you? Or me? Who am I? Who am I playing again? Am I you or am I me? I don't remember. Now let's go for democracy. Just gonna nab this. Oh, thank you so much. Matthew, can you stop starving the population, please? They get so grumpy when you do that. We've had words, you know? We've had words about this. Himiko is back. Took her time. You are no more. No. You don't get to exist. Have a level 2 alliance. Oh, the game does make me laugh. Congratulations, Tired Plonker. You are now my new capital. You're going to be where we go to space from. The North Pole? You'll never guess what I did. You'll never guess what I did again. Because this is so out of character for me. I forgot to, you know, leave Flatland for the spaceport. I've never done that before ever. Crazy. So out of character for me. I was going to kill Bordeaux. And then I remembered I can do this quickly. Lovely. Now I can take Bordeaux, which is a double win because now there is no more evil spy lady. But also, now Geneva's my friend. They're not. Philip is still ruining that one. That's very naughty. Oh dear. Okay, well, this army is going to just continue into Spain. I have my second force. They're heading into Hungary, and they'll take out Italy after that point. It's all good. Toledo. Hello. I have tanks. Oh, they have steel. Oh, you didn't think you were safe, America, did you? You didn't think you would be able to escape this? Oh, no. Santa's here for you. I've just met the Cree. Cree, you have one opportunity, one chance to be a good or bad person. Do you accept my friendship? No, that means you are a bad person. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, let's kill Washington. Research labs. Yay! Now we'll build a rocket. These research labs are good. Oh yes, I do have a few cities that are already on repeatable projects. I'm just buying them in there. Aberdeen or Unimatrix Zero is being rebellious, so I'm just gonna grab Dumbarton, the Flying Foot. You can look after each other, right? Just about. That's a whole dose of close enough. Another one, Toledo. How quickly can I name every single one of these cities with a channel supporter? How quickly can I get to the end of my list? There's a few of them. What green is the next? Golden Gate Bridge. Scandinavia connected. Denmark and Sweden. Oh, it's so beautiful. +3 combat strength with everyone. That is such a strong, great person, and I love it. Dumfries is mine. Delicious Scotland. I can practically smell the Mars bars from here. And these trade routes are worth hundreds of gold each. It's brilliant. This is beautiful, but it's not gonna stop me. Faith is a very, 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 very useful resource to pillage because it's basically 3 units. Barcelona is next. Didn't even need that artillery piece. That's wonderful. Beautiful stuff. Look, Santa can make swimming pools and rockets. These are good things. How festive. Actually, we'll get some festive reindeer and then we'll get festive. The Hungarian capital, Buda, liberated. It's got a very good industrial zone in it, actually. That's nice. Washington Falls. Yep, that's right. Santa is in America. The little navy came along, a little Christmas thank you, hello. And you know what? Let's get festive over here as well. Lovely. Now Madrid falls and, oh no, it's University. I knew they were bad. It's a capital. I can't raise it. You are very lucky. Sildri, I want that thing dead. There's a zoo and here's a stadium. Let's get ecstatic, people. Suffrage. So just double checking. Yep, the government building's done. Cheeky Santa can switch to the slightly less cheeky policy here. Back in for Visselbanken. The naughty legacy for the combat strength. But now we can put a new deal in for all of that extra happiness. Total war. That's the one. Hopefully this will add together to something that gives a nice chunk of science. Yep, pretty much exactly the same as we were on before. Beautiful. It's nice when a plan barely works. These trade routes to city-states are good though. 11 production each. Nice. Oh yeah, that's good. It's a corona, not a virus, just corona. Oh yeah, we are taking a lot of this now. Liberating it in the name of Christmas. Oh, don't you love it when you find a delicious campus? Yum, yum, yum. An industrial zone as well. Yum. Oh, delicious. Oh, you're a governor. Forgotten I was still collecting these. 2 food in every city and 15% growth rate is pretty useful. How many cities does Hungary have left? 2. That's useful. Oh no, wait, that's one. Mausoleum. Okay, that is genuinely useful. Oh, thank you so much. Borman, can you just make it look pretty for me? Thank you. Did Santa get any uranium for Christmas? Well, at least a little bit. 3 pieces total. Okay, that'll do. Well, this is just sterling news. Blighty is mine, back under the control of Santa. You think, Ursa, what do you mean by back under the control of Santa? And I say, oh, you clearly haven't been told the true history of the British Isles, have you? Come on, Boston. You know you want to join me. You know you do. Come on, go on, go on, go on. Do it. Yes. We managed to do that before Washington flipped. Now we have Bologna and the Wheel of Gaiden X both in America. Oh, it's looking beautiful. Brazil, 10 cities, 105 population. I'm going to give you the same choice. Are you good or are you bad? You are bad. Santa denounces you. Industrial era. Golden Age. I think reform coinage works, but it depends a little bit on the adjacency of the campus in my spaceport city. I don't have one. Reform coinage it is. That was easy. And another great general. Oh, I've been waiting a while for another great general. Nobel as well. Nuclear fission boosted. Convenient. We now have an aquarium and an aquatic center. All of the elves can go swimming. Mandated swimming lessons. No drowning. That would be very, very naughty. Hungary did get to see the industrial era, but not much of it. Oh no, what a shame, but now Ohio is in charge. Stop starving people. I'm warning you, stop doing it. Washington is not in a very good age anymore. This is wonderful. And Polita, could you please stop it? Thank you. Oh my goodness, Mali earning 700 gold per turn. I like the fact we're finding people that are doing well. You know the rules though. Do you want to be the friend of Santa? Oh my lord, Mali is a good boy. We finally found a single good boy. Oh, you are literally my new favorite person. Trading time. Yay for Mali. He likes me minus 39, but he knows what it takes to be a good boy and he's willing to do it. The beautiful city of Portugal. Violently claimed, violently renamed Snot Potato. That's civilization for you people. That is civilization for you. Oh, hello. 128 strength attacking Valencia. I do not mind if I do. That is incredible. It's mine. That's a much better red. Much more Christmassy red. That is annoying. Apparently Spain still owns a city somewhere. Where? Below Fez. Oh, that's so naughty. What's going on in the North Pole, you ask? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. How dare you ask? On the naughty list with you. The Santa invasion of Dundee. I love these big games. They're so relaxing, don't you think? Ah, so tranquil, so lovely. Another one bites the dust. Scotland, no more. Oh, Haddington, quite a nice little base this one. Does anyone dislike Canada? No. Ah, I can't even declare war, of course not. That's very naughty. All right, I'll lurk here for a few turns. There's such a satisfying point in the game when artillery kicks in. It's lovely stuff. And the tank walks in. Portugal used to be here somewhere. Can anyone spot him? I don't know. And let no one ever say I stopped settling. Nope, that was our 66th city. Lovely stuff. Washington, or Bologna and Wheel of Gainax, these are both just about keeping there, but Cincinnati, I now have it in my sights. And Baltimore, home of civilization. We're gonna get you. Flood barriers and more tourism. Tourism is clearly what I've been working on this whole time. The fun thing about World Conquest is you keep discovering new routes all the time. There are a few internal ones that are now going on. It's always good to flood production into the city doing the spaceport. 255 there. Lovely. I think we can get that up further though. Oh yeah, loads more trade routes available. That's what happens when you conquer. I get the sense that Rome is not going to survive very long against high-tech artillery. Nope. Love the idea that I'm trying to use spies, but I physically just can't move them fast enough. What's the point? We need Mongolia levels of visibility here. That should be Lisbon. Oh, now that is a good city. Well, Covite, you need to fix, I don't want to say everything, but when I say that, yeah, pretty much everything. Ah, yeah, the queue's too big. Too many things to fix. Whoopsie. I love when this happens. Look at all those trade routes. All in the same place. All primed to get stolen at the same time. Satellites. Santoris knows what's going on when there are satellites in the air. Sometimes you don't even really need to bring siege. What is siege equipment? I don't know. I have tanks. Does that count? Oh, general, engineer, musician, all on the same turn. Lovely. Build myself some new artillery on the Rome front. Wasn't killing things fast enough. Ostia. Oh, how lovely. I'm daft. Yeah, I'm not going to say there's not a small repair bill there. Fine, you'll figure it out. Ravenna, one population Ravenna. I love it. Breakthrough in America. Cincinnati falls and is loyal. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I don't think I even pillaged anything really here. So it's ready to go immediately. Excellent. Is this going to be enough for Ravenna? Go on, yeah. Oh, I like it when they haven't even made walls. It makes it very easy. Here's the Earth satellite. Just been pumping the numbers, pushing the production where we can. Up to almost 300. Integrated space cell. And don't forget, builders. Gonna take out liberalism for a second here. Put public works back in. Seeing as we've got 20 amenities in this city, I think we'll be fine. That's a 5-charge builder that'll take a significant chunk of time off the project, hopefully. We've made a landing in South America. Portugal was in Brazil. Very naughty. Can't have that Takamouth damage, can we? No, 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 no. It's just a bit too much for us there. And over in Africa, Salamanca falls. And Spain is out of here. Good riddance, Spain. Baltimore is another big chunk out of Lincoln's empire. Very nice. Well, this is a Christmas present. Nanotech has immediately revealed smart materials, and we always know where the booster project is, so we can get that nice and quick. Amazing. Stamford, I'm not too excited about you. Rockefeller's gonna go through. That should leave me Sarah Breedlove. If only I was going for tourism. Oh, hello. Oh, a special Christmas present. So this is the Royal Society. Move the builder onto the spaceport. It gives you, I think, 3% for every build charge. 15% should be, what, about 135 production or so? Yeah, I definitely came up with that maths immediately, and there was no gap edited out of that one. It's just natural wisdom for you. My wife is looking at me right now. It's not fair. Chicago Falls. You know what? I've kind of lost track of how many cities I have now. 75, apparently. Yes, a very normal amount of cities to have. Hey, Monty, knock knock. Who's there? Santa with a colonial war. I'll admit it's not a very funny joke, yet, here we are anyway. Here we are anyway. Meanwhile, Cree is dealing with barbarians. I love that. Good on you. Oh, Brazil, why do you try and fight me so. Hang on, I've got ahead of myself. This is still Portugal. It's not Brazil yet. Now that's a step that will appear in a second. Double trouble, the mainland, and then island cities of Rome. Caesar's gone. We'll allocate out the spoils of war. Leswit and the beautiful city of Mandeltorp. They've got a lot of cool things. Campuses, harbors, just the stuff that builds up nicely. Oh my lord. Phoenicia has actual battleships. That's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. And they're gone. Wow, I appreciated it in the 5 seconds that we saw it, okay? Porto, have you got enough trade routes? I'm not sure about that. Do you mind grabbing a couple more for me? Oh my lord, we've never met. Hello, Inca. It is about 1180 AD. You know what? It's not even that far off the historical date when the Europeans met the Incans. We're 100, 200 years too early. Maybe a little bit more, but that's pretty close for Civ. I mean, admittedly, I am going into space. Let's ignore the detail. Smart materials. Hey, I'm a smart guy. What can I say? Still getting my boosts though. There's the laser boost. It's amazing how quickly it pushes you through the tree if you're willing to just make the effort to get the boosts. Oh yeah, Goddard. Goddard would be useful. We didn't have Goddard this whole time. Builder says hello. Let's see what we've missed. Torres del Paine, Pantanal, Patiti, Lake Retpa, Eye of the Sahara, Galapagos, Mato Tipila. That is what an Earth satellite does. Should we see the size of the North Pole Empire on this world? It's pretty big. And with it, the 2 last people. I think it's probably easier if we have a look at the areas of the map that we have just discovered. Canada has done a poor job. I'm sorry, Canada, but look at all of this tundra. Look at all of that. You should have expanded into that. Crees, again, you should have expanded. Look at all the space you had. Aztec as well. I mean, Aztec is barely settled. Mayans are looking pretty cramped, but that's just the Mayans on this map. They're supposed to be like that. Gran Colombia's done okay, to be honest, getting quite a bit of the Amazon. Portugal did nab quite a bit of Brazil, which is impressive. Even Mali is in South America. Brazil has done a poor job. Better than Canada, but pretty poor job. Mapuche, I mean, to be honest, some of this land isn't really worth settling, but it is kind of because of the wonder. It's a big continent, South America, like a really big continent on this map. And the less said about the Inca, the better. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we should probably play with Roman Holidays AI mod at some point because it really does push the settling. But then we've only just met Congo. We've literally just met Congo, the last people on the map, which raises the question, in Africa, do they even know it's Christmas time at all? The song even warned us. Terrible. Right, everyone gets one chance. Friend? No. Friend? Oh, you're a good boy, Mapuche. Friend? Boo. Mapuche, you are the only person other than Mali to be sensible in this game. I mean, look at the bounties. Look at the bounties I had to trade with you. But no, you don't get any of it. You get a denunciation. I'm sorry. You've been bad. Look, this is my ally. Have some uranium, ally, because I'm lovely. All I want is some salt and sugar. Well, that was fun. Off to the moon now. You know, I'd hate to be the Aztec right now. You're just chilling and then suddenly Santa appears with a battleship fleet. Ouch. Is 79 cities enough? No. No, it is not. Now I have 80. I, for one, am happy about that. Buffalo, 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 Buffalo. Into Planet Janet, that one's yours. And there's Detroit, which goes to Sinokush. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There you go. That's the full list, all 80 of them. 80 named channel supporters, and we're going to the top again. Never before have you deliberately been named twice in a series. I've done it a few times accidentally, but that's pretty good. I'm proud of that. Some might say slightly excessive. To that I would say, get nuked. Sorry, Porto, but I need the loyalty. Oh my lord. Let me know in the comments, do you want me to do another TSL game with Portugal? Like, I feel like I haven't done one of those in a while and they're ridiculous and I love them. Or maybe it's Eleanor. Who's a better TSL? Eleanor or Portugal? I'll take your advice on this one. I would be more than happy with either. Now this is a power spike. Globalization. I can add a big chunk of production. I don't need the 5 combat strength. I'll be honest with you. We've been coasting for a little while now. Take the extra science though. That's cool. That is 345 production now. I need to just keep saying this is before Goddard. Speaking of, there is Goddard. It's 40% production on space projects. Lovely stuff. Oh my lord, a governor. I really want Urban Boom because it's just so ridiculously powerful when you have this many cities. 4 loyalty in all cities helps a lot as well, you know, when they're rebelling. Portugal, please remove yourself from this continent. I'm not a fan of you being here, okay? And now we've made landfall on the Aztec lands. Oh, that is a disloyal city. 3 turns and that'll flip, okay? Well, luckily, my navy is here to work on a much bigger population place, but that's not good. Here we go. Goddard, level 1 is amazing. That will take a few turns off this. Colonial War, Gran Colombia. Santa's just annoyed that Simon Bolivar is in Civ 7 and Santa himself isn't, which I think is a fair and reasonable complaint in this situation. Absolutely fair and reasonable. Oh, Patala Palace. I've been needing more government slots for a while. That's a great find. Los Angeles is gone. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm not going to stop. Houston, you have a problem. The Aztec have tanks. I'm so proud of them. You know, they're still very badly behaved and deserve killing, but I'm still very proud of them. Like, 2 things can happen simultaneously. Oh my lord, my cavalry was just killed by a biplane. The AI just used a plane. I am so proud of them, but you are so badly behaved, you are going down. Moon landing, 10 times my science is 30,000 culture. To put that in perspective, at the moment, 3,600. That's enough culture for all 5 of these and probably 2 or 3 more. Absolutely brilliant. Let's see if we can see a Goddard effect here. Mars colony is 4 turns. If I use the charge, it is still 4 turns, but then I can bring it to 3. Yeah, this is really working beautifully. I haven't had a single engineer to rush this as well. It's a shame that. Well, the plane was fun, but I'm bored of that game now. And here is Patala Palace, which is absolutely lovely. Bigger government, collective activism, in you go. Here we go. Urban boom, 2 housing, 2 amenities in every city. You might be thinking, oh, so that feels like a very powerful thing. And yep, it is. It's insanely powerful. Oh, wow. 10% extra yield across my empire there. That's huge. 87. Yep, 87. It starts with 6 amenities. I love that. Oh, I love Civ. What a ridiculous game it is. Firing into Carthage from Sardinia. Totally reasonable. Absolutely fair. Scotland is now mostly taken. These are just stolen settlers at this point. Oh yeah, there's oil. I remember why we're here now. There was a reason, I promise. Eltruand, no pressure, but your city appears to have escaped. Can we sort that out? Is that okay? Oh. Okay, that's intriguing. Estadio, 2 amenities in every city. Oh, we're so close to ecstatic everywhere now. 19 cities are not ecstatic. We're gonna have to have words with those, I think. Very, very badly behaved. There goes one of 2 Carthages, naming a city twice. Very naughty. More of the American coast. Starts on 5 amenities. Of course it does. Beautiful. If my calculations on this are correct, should be Portugal out of the game. Ha ha! Oh, that's so much better. Thank goodness this 19 population city is now in my hands. You wouldn't have wanted that to do anything worse. Look, there are biplanes and everything. We can't have a biplane fighting against me. That is the ultimate in naughtiness. You know, we can't have it. It's just not on. Oh, there we go. Merry Christmas. Let's see if that triggers an emergency, eh? You never know. It might. Just a little shove and we're on Mars. Huzzah. 4 turns. Exoplanet. I can already taste it. I get subsidization, actually. Let's make the luxuries work just a little harder. 31 only content cities. Now up to 19. Almost ecstatic everywhere. Not quite, but almost. And there is America. Oh dear. That's a shame for you. Should have believed in Christmas. You should have held it in your heart all year round. This is a slightly bigger one now. Tio. A little bit more loyalty. Keep this one for like 8 turns. We should be able to do that. That's fine. Sidon. Thing I like about these, they all have trade routes. Anything that gives trade routes increases my space power. This is my 93rd city. Oh wow, we truly have run out now. I'm leaving that one as it is. That's glorious. Look at that. Someone just removed my architect. That is a huge annoyance. So much production, so many amenities. Oh, I love spies so much. I won this emergency because no one in the emergency is still alive. That is the true sign of a victory. Eltruand, that's your city back. Keep it this time, please. Thank you. Keep it. I'll go and give you some population. I'll chop out some. Still, we take more. Why do we take more? Well, you know, it's because Santa's evil. Personally, I've just lost all sense sense of sanity right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm doing anything. I just am. I just exist. Oh, Alhambra. Nice. You know, I really want to levy, but, you know, more than levy? All right, en masse, of course. So much better. Actually, I lie. Logistics. Well, I tell you what, though. This normally is quite a fun combo. Combat strength from fascism and global coalition. If we can pick up finest hour and oligarchic legacy, you can start to stack some ridiculous things. Because normally, some of this stuff stacks if you shoot from friendly territory. It's funny like that. This is City 99. This is Biosphere because I would thought it would be really funny if I got loads of tourism from power and then somebody killed my architect. So it doesn't do anything because that would have been 6 power in every city. Never mind. That one killing of the architect, by the way, has suddenly doomed the world. I was producing almost no CO2 because I had so much environmental power and now it's gone. We are all doomed. So, you know, that is very bad behavior. I just had 2 spies fail at the same time. I just want to point that out. My Geneva spy and my gold spy, both leveled, both died. I love spies. I really love them. And with my second version of Carthage, we're going to call it a twin city. That's 100 cities. 100 reasons to be happy at Christmas. Oh, look at the timing here. One turn on a fourth mission. I love when that happens. To space. Santa is now properly in space. Off to Uranus. Don't be laughing. I'm watching you. Don't be laughing. And now, because we've got Future Civic, we can finally get endless promotions like Gold Rush. It's a lot of extra gold and faith on places on a different continent, as well as a bit of food and production. About 300 gold and 400 production, that promotion. Lovely. I have a problem. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, you know? I just can't. And another one. I just can't quitto, you know? I just can't quitto. Tell you what, you forget sometimes how slow space victories are. 10 light years done, 5 per turn. Come on, let me win. Nuclear emergency. No. What a naughty thing to try and put through. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, thank goodness. Look, there are some graphs. Building go up. Founded. Yay, I founded way more than I get. Okay, let's ignore this graph. Culture went high. Science went high. Gold was going high. Units lost. Oh no, I actually lost quite a few units, about 14 or 15. That's terrible. Again, we don't need to focus on this graph. Let's focus on the wonder graph. Yay. And score. Other people were in this game too. Great. Oh man, I really hope you enjoyed that Christmas special. A huge TSL with over 100 cities. Please, as a Christmas present to me, if you liked this video, if you could like it, if you could subscribe, and if please you never ever make me do that again. Here's the list of cities, by the way. There's quite a few of them. Can you spot yourself on this list? Can you do it? 500 production by the end. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So from the North Pole, ho ho ho, be good boys and girls now, or Santa will come and find you. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Thurdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Mushkin Mandeltort, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Toon General, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Dan Jamo, Slither Alley, Scott Stratton, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedge, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, Indigenous 68, Teddy Zursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, JP Genius, Arctic Fox. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!